time for North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network.
Right-hander stands in, 7-5. Plainsman now leading it in the top of the 8th. First pitch from Garrett Thompson. That one is going to be swung on, lined into right field. Peyton Leon giving it a chase. It will be caught by Peyton Leon, who makes a fantastic running catch. And that keeps the run from scoring. What a catch by Peyton Leon.
Now let's send it to the voice of the Plainsman, John Willis, for today's game.
Well, good evening and welcome back to Billwood Field here in North Platte, Nebraska for the first of a 7-game series between the North Platte Plainsmen and the Hastings Sodbusters. John Willis with you on Citrus 3, our mobile app available on Android as well as our YouTube channel. Last night, the Plainsmen coming off of a 7-5 victory in an exhibition game against the U.S. Military All-Stars, a fantastic night of raising funds, of honoring, and of some very great and entertaining baseball where we got to see pitchers hitting, hitters pitching, and our own coaches also playing in the game as well. But now it's back to business. The Plainsmen come into this one with a record of 20-11, 3-1 in the second half of the season, which is now in first place after the Fremont loss last night. Plainsmen 3-1 in the second half. Fremont half a game behind them at 5-2. Tonight they play host to the 16-16 Hastings Sodbusters. They're 2-3 in the second half, ranked 4th in the Nebraska Land Division. They are 2-8 in their last 10 games. They have been in a cold streak recently for the Hastings Sodbusters. They've had a couple days off as well from an actual game. Their last game was Tuesday against Fremont, where they lost in a 9-5 contest to the Moo. For the Plainsmen, this is their first actual game since Monday. First game since last night, but that one was more of a just kind of letting it loose and kind of just laying it back in that game against the U.S. Military All-Stars. The Plainsmen again, though, 7 straight games against the Hastings Sodbusters. 1 tonight, 2 tomorrow, and then 1 on Monday at home, and then it's a 3-game series Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in Hastings. 7 straight games that these two teams will play each other, so they will get very familiar. 2 players on the Plainsmen. It's their last game for North Platte. Caden Fiveash, he'll be getting the start on the mound. It's his last start with North Platte, and boy, has he been good. We'll meet him a little later in our Pepsi pregame show. And then Nate Windle, who will be at first base tonight. This is his last game with the Plainsmen as well. So it's getting to that point of the summer. But those are 2 guys that have been here since day 1. So it'll be sad to see them go. We'll step aside. Coming up, it's my post-game conversation from last night with head coach J.M. Kelly. This is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel. Your new hometown collegiate baseball team, the North Platte Plainsmen, are looking for host families for our players, coaches, and interns this summer. Players just need a safe place to come home to and will be on the road half of the season. Players will be in your home for about 35 days during the summer. Host families get free season tickets and discounts on swag and ballpark food, as well as private get-togethers at the ballpark and all the love from the Plainsmen. To find out how to host a North Platte Plainsman ball player, intern, or coach, call us at 252-1445 or visit northplatteplainsman.com for more information.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The brewmaster does only have one leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator snatched his leg right off, but he killed that alligator, kept the barley. That's why the beer is so good.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist. He had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
It's North Platte Plainsman Baseball tonight on the Plainsman Radio Network as the Plainsmen open up a 7-game series with the Hastings Sodbusters. I was able to talk with head coach J.M. Kelly after yesterday's fun event. He talked about just how special last night's game against the U.S. Military All-Stars was.
I think the biggest thing is interacting with those guys across the field. Everything that they go through on a day-to-day basis, and you know, for them to be able to do something like this, you know, I think most of our guys thanked them if they ran into them during the game. You know, we can't do any of this that we're doing without those guys over there. And they're not obviously deployed right now, but at any second time they could be deployed and across the world in no time, and that's a big sacrifice for their families for them to go do that. So extremely grateful to be able to interact with those guys across the field, meet them, and thank them for everything that they've done for us so that we were able to do this.
You guys had a great showing of fans here tonight to support you guys and the U.S. Military All-Stars and everything that tonight's game stood for. So just what did it mean for you and your team to just see the fan support here that North Platte brought tonight?
I think it was fun, to be able to do something like that. To have all these fans here, whether they're here or for the military, I think everybody in the end showed up because of their gratefulness for what these people have done for us. And so, sorry, watching this kid score. I hope that ended up on the video there. All you guys got to see that. That was pretty awesome. But just awesome to see all these people here. Great showing. Just a terrific night of baseball all the way around. The fans made it even better.
5 at-bats for you here tonight. What were you seeing at the plate, and how was it getting to be on the field a little bit with your guys?
I think I was seeing beach balls. I was out in front of everything. It is what it is. It was fun. Get these fireworks going here. It was fun. It brings back memories of when I used to play. But it was fun to be able to see these pitchers and these hitters go back and do things that they haven't done probably since high school. And I think at the end of the day, we found a couple of arms that we might be able to use at the end of the summer. So, it was fun to see these guys be able to go out and have a good time and enjoy themselves, through the thick of all this when everything is always having to be so serious.
Big thanks to Coach Kelly for talking to me after last night's game. Coming up, I'll rejoin you from Billwood Field. Get your starting lineups and first pitch as we bring you Game 1 between Hastings and North Platte. This is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have one leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value.
You from Billwood Field as we roll on in our pep, getting you ready for this first of 7 between the North Platte Plainsmen and the Hastings Sodbusters. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Hastings, 2.5 hours to the east. They'll go this way. Leading off in left field, it'll be Garrett Kennedy, who is 4 for 9 against the North Platte Plainsmen so far this season. Then it'll be Aaron Harper. He'll be batting second at third base. Batting third, it'll be the first baseman, Brandon Larson. And then at the cleanup spot, it'll be the catcher, Blake Scott. Scott, the Plainsmen have only seen once so far in this season, but all except one in the starting 9 for the Sodbusters the Plainsmen have seen so far this year. And Cam Constantine, he'll be making his first start with the Hastings Sodbusters here tonight. He'll be batting 5th at the DH spot. He goes to the University of Texas. This is his first game with Hastings Sodbusters here tonight. Then it'll be the right fielder, Sawyer Duddleston. He'll be batting 6th. Tegan Tamia, he'll be batting 7th. He's at second base. Danny Garcia, he is at the 8th spot. He'll be at shortstop. And then rounding out the starting 9 for the Sodbusters, it'll be the center fielder, Blake Burrows. So again, for Hastings, it'll be Kennedy, Harper, Larson, Scott, Constantine, Duddleston, Tamia, Garcia, and Burrows. Getting the start on the hill will be Jeremy Schneider, one of the newer arms to the Hastings Sodbusters. He'll be getting his first start and his third total appearance with Hastings so far this season. Now let's go over the lineup for the North Platte Plainsmen. They'll go this way. Leading off at shortstop, it'll be Cade Wood. Garrett Thompson, he'll be batting second in center field. Giancarlo Servine, he's batting third. He'll be at second base. Connor Flagg, he'll be batting cleanup. He is DHing tonight. And boy, has he been good against Hastings. He is 8 for 12 against Hastings in the 4 games the Plainsmen have had with the Sodbusters. So we'll see if he keeps the bats going tonight. Batting fifth, it'll be the third baseman, Oscar Stark. Then batting sixth, it'll be the right fielder, Connor Higgs. Jalen Ruffin, he'll be batting seventh. He is in left field. Batting eighth, it'll be the catcher, Griffin Myers. And then batting ninth, it'll be the first baseman, Nate Wendell. So again, for the Plainsmen, it'll be Wood, Thompson, Servine, Flagg, Stark, Higgs, Ruffin, Myers, and Wendell. Getting the start on the hill will be Caden Fiveash, and it's his last start of the season. 6-foot righty from Walkwell, Texas, who is first in the Independence League in strikeouts and 6th in ERA. He is getting his last start here tonight with the North Platte Plainsmen. So big night tonight for North Platte as they look to get him his third win of the season and keep the win streak going for the Plainsmen, who are 3-1 so far in the second half. Plainsmen also own the series against the Sodbusters so far. In the season series, they are 3-1 against the Sodbusters, but each game has been decided by 3 runs or less. Uniform combination-wise for the Plainsmen, they'll be wearing all white, screen lettering, black outline, with green socks, green caps, and the Plainsman Pete logo on the front. For the Sodbusters, they'll be wearing all grays, green lettering, yellow outline with the green caps and the H on the front of their hats. The home plate umpire will be Eli Cox in this battle between the Hastings Sodbusters and the North Platte Plainsmen. Again, first of 7, 4 here at Billwood Field, and then 3 on the road at Duncan Field between the Hastings Sodbusters and the North Platte Plainsmen. The Sodbusters and Plainsmen, 2 teams that will get very familiar with each other here in the second half. Well, we'll step aside. That'll wrap up our Pepsi pregame show. Coming up, its first pitch from Billwood Field. This is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Hey, this is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's. Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte, order online at Domino's.com, or call us at 308-534-0400. That's 308-534-0400. Domino's, oh yes we did.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery, we're here to help. Some of the services available by our providers include, but aren't limited to, the care and treatment of corns, calluses, and warts, custom-made orthodontics, diabetic foot care, arthritis, reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, foot and ankle trauma, fungal nails, ingrown toenails, heel and arch pain, pediatric foot care, sports injuries, and wound care. Visit us at 815 South Maple Street in North Platte. Phone number 308-532-3600. Again, 308-532-3600.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
One thing's for certain, This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation when you travel locally or across the country. Adventure to great places.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsman. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable with no session fees. And be sure to check out our $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime.
Hello, this is just about ready for first pitch here between the North Platte Plainsmen and the Hastings Sodbusters. Game 1 of 7 between these two, and it kicks off here tonight. Let's meet the starting pitcher. It is Caden Fiveash, the 6-foot righty from Rockwall, Texas, plays his college ball at NSC Tonkawa, getting his last start of the season with the Plainsmen. 2-1 record for him on the year, a 2.94 ERA, 6 starts, 8 appearances. He's pitched 33 2/3, 12 runs, 11 of them earned, 32 hits, a league-leading 53 strikeouts, and only 10 walks. His last start was July 4th against the Hastings Sodbusters back on Monday. Went 5 1/3, 3 runs, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. He's made 2 starts against the Sodbusters coming into tonight, and in both of those games he has gone 5 1/3. His longest outing of the year was back in the 5-2 win for the Plainsmen back on June 14th over the Fremont Moo, where he went 8 innings, 13 strikeouts, and no walks. Defensively, here's how the Plainsmen will line up. Jalen Ruffin is in left, Garrett Thompson, he stands in center, Connor Higgs is in right. Oscar Stark is at third base, Cade Wood is at short. Giancarlo Cervini's at second base, Nate Windle's at first, also making his last start with the Plainsmen, and then Griffin Myers, he is behind the plate. We are ready for first pitch here between the North Platte Plainsmen and the Hastings Sodbusters on a hot night here in North Platte. Garrett Kennedy from the University of Nebraska at Omaha. He'll lead things off, the tall right-hander for the Hastings Sodbusters. That's actually how a lot of this lineup is made up of, a lot of tall righties. He leads things off for the Sodbusters here in the top of the first. Caden Fiveash looks on, ready for the first pitch here to Garrett Kennedy. Fiveash kicks and deals. That one is going to be bunted, gloved by Fiveash, as that one went too high up in the air, and it's a quick out to start things off. First pitch at 6:38, 97 degrees. Humidity at 40%. It feels like 102 with winds coming out of the southeast at 15 miles an hour. So a quick fly out to the pitcher to lead things off here in the top of the first. The bunt attempt just goes high, as this will bring up Aaron Harper. Harper, another tall righty. He'll be at third base defensively for the Sodbusters here tonight. He stands in with now 1 gone in the top of the first. Harper, the 6'2 right-hander from Hemet, California, plays college ball at Northern Illinois. First pitch from Caden Fiveash. That one is on the inner half of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start. Harper batting .324, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 21 RBIs for the right-hander. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch, that one is going to be lined and through into left field for a base hit. It'll be a 1-out single by Aaron Harper, who's now 5 for 10 against the Plainsmen so far this season. So a quick single for Aaron Harper. Now this will bring up Brandon Larson, first left-hander in the lineup for the Sodbusters. Larson standing at 6'6", left-hander out of Rocklin, California. Plays his college ball at UC San Diego. The left-hander stands in with 1 gone, and now Aaron Harper leading away from first. First pitch to Larson. That one will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start. Larson on the season batting .328, 1 home run, 1 triple, 7 doubles, 15 RBIs. But against the Plainsmen so far this season, he's 0 for 10 with 4 strikeouts. Again, Plainsmen and the Sodbusters have played 4 times so far this season. They'll play 10 times in the remainder of the second half. That one misses little low and in. 2 balls and no strikes the count from Caden Fiveash to Brandon Larson. And Larson coming in after Garrett Kennedy flew out to the pitcher in Fiveash to lead off the game. That was the first pitch of the game. Then Aaron Harper with a line single to left field. Pickoff move to first. That one is well late, so Harper's back in there sliding. 2 balls and no strikes the count here from Caden Fiveash to Brandon Larson. Fiveash and Nate Wendell making their last appearances with the Plainsmen this season, both coming from NOC Tonkawa. There's 2 balls and no strikes, the pitch from Fiveash. 2-0, that one will catch the bottom part of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. Fiveash yesterday caught in the 9th for the Plainsmen in that U.S. Military All-Star exhibition game, where we saw a lot of players not in their normal positions. 2 balls and 1 strike to Brandon Larson. 2-1, that one is going to be lifted deep right field. Connor Higgs chasing after it. It will drop just at the warning track. Aaron Harper will round third. There will be no play at the plate. It's an RBI double for Brandon Larson, and the Sodbusters take the lead here in the top of the first, 1-0. So quick RBI double for Brandon Larson. And a quick lead here for the Sodbusters in the top of the first. So 1-0, this will bring up Blake Scott. Only his second game he's played against the Plainsmen, second straight left-hander. As Fiveash comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Blake Scott. That one will be in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start here from Caden Fiveash to Blake Scott. Scott, 5'11", out of Tonkawa, Oklahoma, plays his college ball at Washburn. The lefty stands in with 1 gone, and Larson leading away from second. No balls and 1 strike. Fiveash kicks and deals. The 0-1, that one is going to be lifted foul side, left field side. It'll get out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes now the count. .250 the batting average for Scott this year. 4 triples, 2 doubles, 13 RBIs. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout against the Plainsmen so far this season. No balls and 2 strikes. Fiveash righty to lefty with 1 gone, a runner on second. The 0-2 pitch, swung on, foul, back to the screen. So count, no balls and 2 strikes. It's the leadoff first pitch fly out by Garrett Kennedy. Single by Harper into left field, and then a long double to right field by Brandon Larson that got over the head of Connor Higgs to the warning track. That scored Aaron Harper. That's been how the Sodbusters have jumped ahead here in the top of the first. 0-2 is swung on again, fouled back to the screen, so count remains no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 from Fiveash to Scott. With 1 gone here in the top of the first, Sodbusters leading this one 1-0. 0-2 again spoiled. Couple straight foul balls by Blake Scott. And we will do the 0-2 pitch once again. No balls and 2 strikes from Fiveash to Scott. Fiveash comes set, righty to lefty. Trying to get this second out of the inning. 0-2, fastball, blew it past him. So strikeout number 1 for Caden Fiveash, and now 2 gone here in the top of the first. So now this will bring up Cam Constantine, the designated hitter, the 5th batter to come to the plate for the Sodbusters here in the top of the first. Constantine stands at 6 foot out of McKinney, Texas. He plays his college ball at the University of Texas. First pitch misses low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start. So Constantine making his first appearance with the Sodbusters this season. Comes in with an RBI opportunity with 2 outs with Brandon Larson leading away from second. 1 ball and no strikes. Fiveash kicks and deals. The 1-0 catches the inner half of the plate on the fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike now from Caden Fiveash to Cam Constantine. All-you-can-eat night here at the ballpark, so if you're in the area, come on over, get some all-you-can-eat burgers, hot dogs, some chips, and Pepsi products. Tomorrow it'll be Kids Day on doubleheader with Hastings as the 1-1 misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count from Caden Fiveash to Cam Constantine. And this is Constantine's first at bats with the Hastings Sodbusters this summer. 2 balls and 1 strike, righty to righty with 2 gone here in the top of the first. The 2-1 pitch from Fiveash. 2-1 is fouled back to the backstop. So count will even out. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Caden Fiveash to Cam Constantine. Sawyer Duddleston stands on deck if the Sodbusters get to him here in the top of the first. Fiveash comes set, gives a look at Larson on second. 2-2 pitch, misses low and away. So count will now go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Caden Fiveash to Cam Constantine again. Coming in with a runner on second, a couple bases empty. You don't want to load up more for the Sodbusters here in the top of the first. Payoff pitch by Fiveash. That one will miss low. It's a walk. So now runners will be at first and second for Sawyer Duddleston. So now this will bring up Sawyer Duddleston. Duddleston, the 6-foot righty from Springdale, Arkansas, plays his college ball at Arkansas Tech. He comes in with 2 gone, runners at first and second. 383 batting average, 13 RBIs, 5 doubles, 12 runs scored for Sawyer Duddleston so far this season. First pitch to him, will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. Sawyer Duddleston against the Plainsmen this season, 3 for 7, 2 strikeouts, 1 double for Duddleston in the 4 games that these two teams have met. 1 ball and no strikes. Fiveash kicks and deals. 1-0 fastball is in there. So count leaving out 1 ball and 1 strike from Caden Fiveash to Sawyer Duddleston. Duddleston now the 6th batter to come to the plate for the Sodbusters here in the top of the first. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fiveash comes set. 1-1 pitch. Skips in the dirt, gets away from Griffin Myers. Both runners will advance a base, so Brandon Larson now stands at third. Constantine is at second. So now runners at second and third for Duddleston. 2 balls and 1 strike to count from Caden Fiveash to Sawyer Duddleston. And wind howling here, sitting at about 15 miles per hour at first pitch. Windy day and hot day here in North Platte. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one is fouled over near the Hastings dugout. So count will even out 2 balls and 2 strikes from Caden Fiveash to Sawyer Duddleston. Fiveash looking for the last out here in the top of the first. Keep this game at a 1-0 difference. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Fiveash to Duddleston. 2-2 pitch. Misses low, so second straight full count for Caden Fiveash. So 3 balls and 2 strikes from Fiveash to Duddleston. Again, this is the 3rd time that Fiveash has faced Hastings this season. Long look for Fiveash to Duddleston. He now comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2. That one is going to be lifted into right field. Connor Higgs will run to his right. He'll make the catch. And the Plainsmen will get out of it with only 1 run coming across. For the Sodbusters, they score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2 on base. Way to the bottom of the first. 2 up for the Plainsmen. It'll be Wood, Thompson, and Servine. After half an inning, Hastings leads us 1-0. North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows? It all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Joe Bob Sugarmaker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything Western. Boots, hats, shirts, jeans, jewelry, even that fancy Yellowstone cologne so you can smell like a cowboy, not the horse he rode in on. KJ's Boots and Western Wear. Just off the I-80 interchange in Hershey.
Busters score 1 in the top of the first. They lead this one 1-0 as we start out the bottom of the first. John Willis with you on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel. Let's meet the starting pitcher for the Hastings Sodbusters. It's Jeremy Schneider, the 6-foot right-hander from Covell, Wyoming. He plays his college ball at Missouri Western. No record for him on the season. He has a 9.00 ERA, no starts, 2 appearances. He's only pitched 4 innings for the Sodbusters, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 5 walks. His last appearance was on July 1st against the Casper Horseheads, where he went 3 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 4 walks. That was a 10-3 loss for the Sodbusters to Casper. Jeremy Schneider had a no decision in the contest. Cade Wood set to lead things off here in the bottom of the first for the Plainsmen. Wood, the right-hander, leading things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first. Wood stands in to lead things off against Jeremy Schneider, getting his first start of the season here for Hastings. As the first pitch from the tall right-hander, fastball is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike, the count will start. From Jeremy Schneider to Cade Wood. No balls and 1 strike. Schneider again standing at 6'5". Tall presence on the hill. 0-1, soft grounder to second. Tamiya's on it. Throwing to first is in time, and Cade Wood is retired to lead off the bottom of the first. The struggles for Wood continue against the Sodbusters. He's now 0 for 11 against Hastings so far this season. He grounds out to the second baseman, Tamiya, for the first out here in the bottom of the first. This will bring up Garrett Thompson. Thompson, the left-hander from Texas A&M Kingsville. For him and Giancarlo Servine, they will be done after this homestand for the Plainsmen. They will both head back home. So a couple more games with these guys as Schneider looks on to Garrett Thompson. First pitch to him, will miss away. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. For Garrett Thompson, he's 3 for 10 against Hastings with a strikeout, a walk, and a run against the Sodbusters. Again, in the 4 games that these two teams have battled. 1 ball and no strikes to Thompson. That one will miss inside. 2 balls and no strikes, now the count. Tomorrow we'll have a doubleheader, 2 7-inning games between the Plainsmen and the Sodbusters, and in between those games we'll have some special player spotlights, Garrett Thompson being one of them. We also sat down and talked with Caden Five-Ash and Nate Wendell, who are playing in their last games here tonight, so that will take place in between the doubleheader tomorrow on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel. That one skips slow, 3 balls and no strikes, now the count, from Jeremy Schneider to Garrett Thompson. 3-0 from Schneider. Fastball thrown right down the heart of the plate. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike from Jeremy Schneider to Garrett Thompson. Thompson has played in 23 games for North Platte. He's batting .275. 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles for Thompson on the season. 3 balls and 1 strike. That one will miss high. It's a 5-pitch walk to Thompson, and now a base runner for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first. This will bring up Giancarlo Servine. We got to talk to Carlo yesterday during our U.S. Military All-Star Exhibition battle, as he came up in the top of the third. Got to learn a little bit more about Giancarlo Servine and also talk about the Plainsman season for him so far. The right-hander stands in with 1 gone, and now Garrett Thompson leading away from first with 1 gone in the bottom of the first. Plainsman trailing in this one 1-0. Schneider looks on to Giancarlo Servine with 1. Jeremy Schneider to Giancarlo Servine. So 0-1 with 1 gone. Thompson strikes. Schneider takes a long pause. Now comes set. The 0-1 pitch to Servine. That one will miss a little low and away. So count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike. And wind howling here at Billwood Field. It was a very windy spring in Nebraska, and we've had a couple good windy games here at Billwood Field this summer. 1 ball and 1 strike to Giancarlo Servine with Thompson away from first. 1-1 high. Giancarlo Servine has to duck down under the pitch. So count now goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Defensively, Sodbusters have Kennedy in left, Burrows in center, Duddleston stands in right field. Harper's at third, Garcia's at short, Tamiya at second, Larson at first. And Scott getting his second start of the year against the Plainsmen. He is behind the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to Giancarlo Servine. 2-1 again. Fastball this time attacks the heart of the plate to Servine. He swings and misses at that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Fastball seems to be what works for Schneider. So far in this one, again, this is his first start of the season for the Hastings Sodbusters. The longest he's gone is 3 innings. That was his last appearance July 1st against the Casper Horseheads. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Giancarlo Servine. Thompson started to head towards second, and now that one has popped up foul first base side. It'll land in the first base bleachers. So count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes from Jeremy Schneider to Giancarlo Servine. And Servine standing in to try to even this one out for the Plainsmen after the Sodbusters scored 1 in the top of the first. They had a chance for more with runners at second and third, but for the Plainsmen, they were, for the most part, able to get out of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch here to Giancarlo Servine. 2-2 is swung on and missed. So it's the second out of the inning as he gets Giancarlo Servine to swing and miss, and now it'll be up to Connor Flagg to try to get something going against the Sodbusters here in the bottom of the first. Flagg is 7th in the Independence League in batting average at .360 out of qualified batters. He stands in here with 2 gone and a runner on first, and he has been red hot against the Hastings Sodbusters. 8 for 12 with 4 RBIs and 3 runs scored. So he's batting at .667 against the Sodbusters so far this season. First pitch to Connor Flagg as Garrett Thompson now takes off for second. Thompson will be in there. Pretty easily stolen base for Garrett Thompson. And now a runner in scoring position for Connor Flagg as that first pitch missed. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. For Thompson, that's now his 10th stolen base of the season. It's the 108th stolen base for the Plainsmen as a team. 1 ball and no strikes from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Flagg. Thompson now leading away from second with 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Plainsmen trailing 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. Schneider kicks and deals to Flagg. The 1-0 will miss low. 2 balls and no strikes now the count. For Flagg, this is his 101st at-bat with the Plainsmen. He's played in 24 games, 21 RBIs. 7 doubles for Connor Flagg as well. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Schneider comes set, looks on to Flagg. Long pause, now here's the 2-0. 2-0, that one misses low and inside. So 3 balls and no strikes, the count from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Flagg. And lineup looks a lot more of the same for the Plainsmen here tonight after that fun game last night where pitchers made up the hitting order for the Plainsmen yesterday. As the 3-0 pitch to Flagg, that one thrown down the heart of the plate, as you would expect on a 3-0. So 3 balls and 1 strike, the count from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Flagg. Again, Thompson leading away from second. He had a 5-pitch walk, and he stole second on the first pitch to Connor Flagg. It's his 10th stolen base of the season. 3 balls and 1 strike to Flagg. Schneider, long look at Thompson at second, and now time will be called by the home plate umpire, Eli Cox. So 3 balls and 1 strike, the count remains. So 3-1, 2 outs, runner on second, Plainsmen trailing 1-0. Flagg, the 4th batter to come up for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first. 3 balls and 1 strike. Kicking in, dealing is Schneider. That one will miss low. It's his second 5-pitch walk of the inning. And now runners at first and second for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first. This will now bring up Oscar Stark, the right-hander out of Washington State. He stands in with 2 gone, now runners at first and second. Stark in 21 games is batting .271. Scored 18 runs, 6 doubles, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs for Oscar Stark this season. Schneider looks on with 2 outs, now 2 on for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first. Schneider comes set, looks on to Stark. First pitch to him. That one is lined into deep left field. That one is going to near the foul line. The catch will be made by Garrett Kennedy, who makes a nice running catch. And so the Plainsmen will not take advantage here in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 2 on base. We enter the top of the second. 2 up for the Sodbusters. It'll be Tamia, Garcia, and Burrows. After 1 complete, Sodbusters lead this one 1-0. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
Welcome to Scottsbluff County. From Scottsbluff National Monument to Chimney Rock, we are Nebraska's landmark country and a whole lot more. From our bountiful selection of scenic golf courses, our world-class zoo, the breathtaking Lake Minnetonka, and our family-friendly community events, we have something for you and your family year-round. Come visit Nebraska like you've never seen it. Your next experience awaits you in Scottsbluff County.
Hello, I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse their new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks.
Here from Billwood Field, Plainsmen trailing in this one 1-0 to the Hastings Sodbusters in this first of 7 games between North Platte and Hastings. John Willis with you on Citrus 3, our online radio streaming service, our mobile app available on Android, as well as our YouTube channel. Caden Fimash faces Tegan Tamia to lead off this top of the second. He fouls off the first pitch, so count will start no balls and 1 strike from Caden Fimash to Tegan Tamia. Tamia, a player that is 1 for 9 against the Plainsmen so far this season. As the 0-1 pitch, he fouls back. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Tamia standing at 5'5" out of Hawaii. He plays his college ball at Washburn. As the 0-2 pitch from Caden Fivash misses high. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tamia, as a whole on the season, in 24 games, is batting .284 with 3 doubles and 10 RBIs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fivash kicks and deals. 1-2 is popped up, foul territory, first base side. Nate Wendell giving it a chase. He will watch it go foul in the first base bleachers. So count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2. To lead off this top half of the second, Caden Fivash facing Tegan Tamia. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fivash steps back. He now kicks and deals the 1-2. 1-2. That one's going to ring him up. Fastball gets Tamia looking. It's the second strikeout for Caden Fivash here tonight. And the first batter is retired here in the top of the second. So this will now bring up Danny Garcia. Garcia, the 5'11" right-hander from Oakland, California, plays his college ball at San Jose State. He stands in with 1 gone, nobody on for the Sodbusters here in the top of the second. First pitch from Fivash. That one skips in front of the plate. So count will start out 1 ball and no strikes. In 14 games, Garcia's batting .302, 5 RBIs, 13 hits, and 43 tries. He scored 6 runs. The 1-0 pitch to Garcia, soft grounder, third base side. On it is Oscar Stark. Throw on to first will be a little off the bag, but Wendell tags Garcia. And so 2 quickly gone here in the top of the second. Garcia continues his struggles against the Plainsmen. He is now 0 for 12 against the Plainsmen so far. So bring up Blake Burrows. Burrows stands in with 2 gone, nobody on for the Sodbusters here in the top of the second. Burrows, the 5'6" left-hander from Weatherford, Texas, plays his college ball at UT Rio Grande Valley. Five-Ash, righty to lefty with two gone. Bunt on the third baseline. It'll go foul. Second attempted bunt by the Sodbusters here tonight. The first was by Kennedy to lead off the top of the first. He popped it up too high and Five-Ash caught it. This time Burrows fouls it off on the third base side. So no balls and one strike. The count will start from Caden Five-Ash to Blake Burrows. For Burrows, he's 2 for 4 against North Platte with 1 double, 1 RBI, and 1 strikeout. Getting his 5th at bat against the Plainsmen this season. No balls and 1 strike. Fastball gets him looking. No swing, but that one's in there for a strike. So no balls and 2 strikes from Caden Five-Ash to Blake Burrows. The 0-2 pitch from Five-Ash. 0-2 misses high. A couple pitches to work with for Caden Five-Ash. As the count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes, so still a pitcher's count here. 1-2 from 5. 1-2 is popped up. Third base side, infield grass, now moving into foul territory. Oscar Stark makes the grab, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Sodbusters here in the top of the second, so much better in the second. The Plainsmen are defensively. We head to the bottom of the second, 2 up for the Plainsmen. It'll be Higgs, Ruffin, and Myers. After 1.5, Sodbusters lead this one 1-0. It is North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Hello, I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse our new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte, or call us at 308-532-8400. That's 308-532-8400.
Toyota, let's go places.
Here at Birdwood Channel, Plainsmen trailing in this one 1-0 with the Hastings Sodbusters as we start out this bottom half of the second inning. Plainsmen walked twice in the bottom of the first. No hits for them, but they had 2 base runners. They were not able to score with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs back in the bottom of the first. Connor Higgs will lead things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the second. Connor Higgs has been red hot at the plate for the Plainsmen. Now in 12 games, still batting .564. 6 doubles, 1 triple, 12 RBIs. He has been magnificent for the Plainsmen this season. First pitch here from Jeremy Schneider, who's ready for his second inning of work. That one is going to be grounded to short. Garcia's on it. Long throw on to first will not be in time. Connor Higgs beats out the throw. It's an infield single. And he leads off the inning with the first hit of the game for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the second. So now this will bring up Jalen Ruffin, the right-hander from North Platte, who comes in with nobody out and a runner on first after the leadoff infield single by Connor Higgs. Schneider comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Jalen Ruffin, with Higgs leading away from first. Ruffin shows bunt. He lays it down. It's a beauty down the third base line. The throw is not even going to be made by Harper. Jalen Ruffin with an infield bunt single. And now runners at first and second. Jalen Ruffin has done that all year, and he has been magnificent at doing it. And so now runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second for Griffin Myers. Myers, the 6'4" left-hander, out of Washington State. Myers stands in with nobody out, runners at first and second. Myers in 22 games is batting .232, 4 runs scored, 1 double, 7 RBIs for Griffin Myers. He stands in with runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Both teams now equal at 2 hits. First pitch to Myers. That one, fastball, will catch the bottom part of the strike zone. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Schneider to Myers. Myers is 5 for 11 against Hastings so far this season. As he stands in for his first cuts of this one against Jeremy Schneider. Huge RBI opportunity for the Plainsmen with runners at first and second, nobody out. Schneider gives a look at Higgs. That one is going to be grounded to third. Harper makes the throw to second. No throw will be made to first. So now runners at the corners. Myers reaches on the fielder's choice. Ruffin is called out. And now this will bring up Nate Wendell. So runners at first and third with one out for Nate Wendell, who's making his final start of the season for the Plainsmen. As now the head coach for the Sodbusters is arguing that there was runner's interference with Jalen Ruffin sliding to second. So he's trying to get an explanation here. As Greg Hernandez explained, the field umpire explaining why he made the call that he did. Head coach Luke Bay coming out and talking with the field umpire Greg Hernandez. This will bring up Nate Wendell, though. The right-hander in his final game with North Platte. He's been here since the beginning. He hit the first home run in Plainsman history back in that opening day doubleheader against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. As Schneider comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Nate Wendell. Wendell grounds that one to second. Tamia flips it on to second. Throw on to first is in time. It'll be a 4-6-3 double play, and the Plainsmen will not score here in the bottom of the second. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. The Plainsmen leave 1 on base. We head to the top of the third. Due up for the Sodbusters. It's back to the top of the order with Kennedy, Harper, and Larson. After 2 complete, Sodbusters lead this one 1-0. It is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime.
Nebraska beef.
Hi, this is Tommy B from the Nebraska Athletic Club here in North Platte, Nebraska. And I want to welcome you to not just North Platte, but to the Nebraska Athletic Club. Nebraska Athletic Club, here we have about 8,000 square foot of pure fitness. Cardiovascular, strength training, multifunctional machines, you name it, we have it. So if you want to come down and give us a try, come down and visit with us, take a tour, we welcome you to come and see us. Again, 8,000 square foot of pure fitness. And one thing I want to let you know is that even though we're probably one of the largest fully equipped, we're also less expensive. Our prices only go from $19.95. If you're in protective services, which is fire, police, medical, military, it's only $14.95 plus tax. And one exciting thing too is we don't do contracts here. We have a small activation fee, and you have a small deactivation fee, and that's it. We don't have contracts here at the Nebraska Athletic Club.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The Brewmaster.
Complete. John Willis back with you on Citrus 3, our online radio streaming service, our mobile app available on Android, as well as our YouTube channel. Through 2 complete, Sodbusters lead this one 1-0 after the RBI double by Brandon Larson back in the top of the first. It was his first hit against the Plainsmen this season. He's now 1 for 11 against North Platte, but that has been the difference maker so far in this one as Caden Fiveash gets ready for his 3rd inning of work. Much better in the second than he was in the first. After facing 6 batters in the first, only faced 3. He went 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout, ground out, and a flyout to retire the Sodbusters in order in the second. Garrett Kennedy will lead things off for the Sodbusters here in the top of the third. He was first pitch bunting in the top of the first. He popped it up to Fiveash, who made the catch. He swings and misses late on a fastball from Fiveash, so count will start out no balls and 1 strike from Caden Fiveash to Garrett Kennedy. Yeah, we're here in the top of the third. Plainsman trailing in this one 1-0. Garrett Kennedy, top of the order, leading things off for the Sodbusters as that one is flown up into center field. Running and making a diving catch is Garrett Thompson. and one retired here in the top of the third. A nice diving catch by Garrett Thompson. So now this will bring up Aaron Harper. Harper had a line single to left field. He singled and scored in his first appearance back in the top of the first. He stands in for his second at-bat here in the top of the third after the nice running and diving catch by Garrett Thompson. Harper stands in. Harper stands at 6-2. He comes in for his second at-bats. He's now 5 for 11 against the Plainsmen this season. 2 runs scored against North Platte as well. 5-Ash comes set. First pitched here to Aaron Harper. That one will catch the inner half of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start here from Caden 5-Ash to Aaron Harper. Again, tomorrow it's a afternoon doubleheader. 3:08 first pitch, 2 7-inning games between the Plainsmen and the Sodbusters as the 0-1 grounder to second. Servine has it go off of his glove. And so Harper will reach first. Took a weird hop for Servine. So Aaron Harper now stands at first. He's reached base both times he's been up. Be the first error of the game, an E4 by Giancarlo Servine over at second. So bring up Brandon Larson, who had the RBI double back in the first, and now he lines one in the right center gap. It'll be picked up by Thompson. Thompson muffles it for a second, but gets it back in, so Harper does not advance any further. So Brandon Larson is now 2 for 2, a single and a double. So now runners at first and second for Hastings here in the top of the third. This will bring up Blake Scott, the catcher, who is 0 for 1. He was the victim of the first strikeout by 5-Ash back in the top of the first. Scott stands in with runners at first and second. Only 1 gone here in the top of the third. First pitch from 5-Ash is fouled back and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start here from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Scott. Chance for more now here for the Sodbusters in the top of the third with runners at first and second. Only 1 gone after going 1-2-3 in the top of the second. No balls and 1 strike here to Scott. 0-1 will catch the bottom part of the strike zone. So no balls and 2 strikes from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Scott. Scott, the left-hander, coming in with 1 away. No balls and 2 strikes. 5-Ash looks back. Now here's the 0-2. It'll miss high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's usually the pitch you see from 5-Ash on an 0-2, where he throws a high fastball trying to get the hitter to chase because he knows he has a couple of pitches to work with. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5-Ash comes set. The 1-2 to Scott. That one will miss just high. So count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Scott. Scott is now 0 for 4 against the Plainsmen. 2 of those at-bats being a result of a strikeout. He now has it 2 balls and 2 strikes with Caden 5-Ash. Larson from first, Harper from second. The 2-2 pitch swung on, foul back to the screen. So count will stay even. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Scott. Cam Constantine stands on deck for the Hastings Sodbusters. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5-Ash comes set. The 2-2 to Scott is going to be swung on, fouled off the foot of Scott. So count stays even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 with 1 gone. Runners at first and second. Sodbusters leading this one 1-0 here in the top of the third. Again, this is the first of a 7-game series with the Hastings Sodbusters. Technically 8 if you count that one on Monday, because the Plainsmen haven't played a regular season game since Monday. Just had the exhibition game with the All-Stars. 2-2 is swung on, popped up left field side, well out of play. Lands over near the third base bleachers, so count again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another long at-bat between Caden 5-Ash and Blake Scott. 5-Ash got the better of Scott in the first appearance in the top of the first with a strikeout as the 2-2 pitch from 5-Ash. That one is going to be lined right to Kate Wood at short. Throws it back to Servine. It's a double play. To end off the inning, nice heads-up play. Nice catch by Cade Wood. He throws it back to get Harper, who got off of second. That'll end off the inning. For the Sodbusters in the top of the third, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error. They leave 1 on base. We head to the bottom of the third. 2 up for the Plainsmen. It's back to the top of the order with Wood, Thompson, and Servine. After 2.5, 1-0, Sodbusters leading in this one. It's North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The brewmaster does only have one leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator snatched his leg right off, but he killed that alligator, kept the barley. That's why the beer is so good.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsman. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable with no session fees. And be sure to check out our $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime.
Want a career that drives you? When you drive for adventure, you'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far.
The third, Plainsman trailing in this one 1-0 to the Hastings Sodbusters in the first of 7 between North Platte and Hastings. Back to the top of the order for the Plainsman with Cade Wood. Wood is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to the second baseman, Tamiya, in his first appearance back in the bottom of the first. Wood, the right-hander from Ranger Junior College, leads things off for the Plainsman here in the bottom of the third. Plainsman early deficit, trailing 1-0 after the RBI double back in the top of the first. Woody ready for his second bat of this one. Again, ground out to second base in his first appearance back in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Schneider. That one will catch the bottom part of the strike zone. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Jeremy Schneider to Cade Wood. Mentioned Wood has struggled against the Sodbusters this season. He's now 0 for 11 after that ground out to second. But right here, trying to get things started, get a early base runner for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the third. That one just misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. From Jeremy Schneider to Cade Wood. Again, longest outing of the 2 appearances for Schneider. He only has 2 appearances. He came to the Sodbusters about a week and a half ago as the 1-1 pitch to Wood. Misses high and in, 2 balls and 1 strike, now the count. So Schneider, his longest outing was that 3 innings pitched back on July 1st, but so far, through 2 innings, has given up 2 hits, has also walked 2, but he's gotten out of it so far. 2 balls and 1 strike from Jeremy Schneider, looking on to Cade Wood. The 2-1 pitch from Wood, or to Wood, will miss low. 3 balls and 1 strike, now the count. Cade Wood was a pitcher yesterday for the Plainsmen in their exhibition game. Looked pretty good. 1 inning pitched, no runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, and no walks. As we mentioned, position players were on the hill for North Platte for the majority of yesterday's contest between the Plainsman and the U.S. Military All-Stars. As the 3-1 pitch to Cade Wood will miss low. It is the 3rd walk for Jeremy Schneider. It's a leadoff walk to get an early base runner for the Plainsman here in the bottom of the 3rd. So bring up Garrett Thompson. He also walked back in the bottom of the 1st. He stole a bag as well. It was his 10th stolen base of the season with North Platte. He stands in with nobody out and a leadoff base runner standing at first with Cade Wood. Wood, of course, always a threat to steal for the Plainsmen, as is most of this lineup. Schneider comes set, ready for the first pitch to the lefty Thompson. 6'5" righty Schneider, as Wood was well off the bag. He just gets back in there safely on the pickoff move to first. As Wood had a big lead off of first. He's able to get back in there, so still a fresh count from Jeremy Schneider to Garrett Thompson. Schneider comes set, ready for the pitch to Thompson. Wood again getting a couple steps off of first as the first pitch to Thompson. That one is going to be lined into left field, but right to the left fielder, Garrett Kennedy, who makes the catch. So one retired here in the bottom of the third off of the hard flyout by Garrett Thompson. So bring up Giancarlo Servine, who struck out swinging in his first appearance back in the bottom of the first. Servine stands in with one gone, and Cade Wood leading away from first. Servine now 4 for 15 against the Sodbusters this season. Hastings and North Platte played 4 times in the first half of the season. They're going to end up playing 11 times here in the second half of the season. 10 more times, including tonight's games after the July 4th win. The Plainsmen over the Sodbusters. That first pitch missed inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start. From Jeremy Schneider to Giancarlo Servine. It was a 7-4 victory for the Plainsmen back on July 4th at Duncan Field. Plainsmen jumped ahead early. They led 3-0 for a majority of it. The Sodbusters tied it up in the bottom of the 6th. They tied it at 3, but then the Plainsmen answered right back with 4 runs of their own in the top of the 7th. And that would pretty much be it as the Plainsmen won that game 7-4 over the Hastings Sodbusters. Another pitch misses. 2 balls and no strikes, the count from Jeremy Schneider to Giancarlo Servine. Cade Wood leading away from first after the leadoff walk. 2 balls and no strikes. Schneider comes set. The 2-0 pitch to Servine. 2-0 chopped grounder over on the third base side. It's foul. First strike of the at-bat. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count here from Jeremy Schneider to Giancarlo Servine. Well, it wasn't last night's crowd, but still a very nice crowd here at Billwood Field on all-you-can-eat night. Grandstand about half full. Same with about the first and third side bleachers. Yesterday, a crowd over 1,000 for the Plainsmen in their 7-5 victory over the U.S. Military All-Stars. 2 balls and 1 strike. Schneider comes set. The 2-1 to Giancarlo Servine with Wood leading away from first. Schneider kicks and deals. 2-1. That one is grounded fair on the left field side. Cade Wood is rounding second. He's digging for third. He'll be in there. It's a double for Giancarlo Servine, and now runners at second and third with 1 gone here in the bottom of the third. So big opportunity for Connor Flagg, who stands in with 2 runners in scoring position. Connor Flagg walked in his first appearance back in the bottom of the first. Flagg stands in with Wood at third, Servine at second. Plainsmen trying to tie it up, possibly take the lead here in the bottom of the third. No pitcher up in the bullpen for the Hastings Sodbusters. Again, Schneider has been a relief pitcher so far this season for Hastings. We'll see how long he goes tonight for Hastings. Infield playing in for the Sodbusters. As Schneider comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Connor Flagg. That pitch will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Flagg. And Flagg, cleanup hitter, walked in his first appearance back in the first. He comes in with runners at second and third. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, fastball, misses little high and away. 2 balls and no strikes now the count from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Flagg. Flagg trying to come through. If he could send one into the gap, he could give the Plainsmen the lead here in the bottom of the third. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch from Schneider. 2-0. That one is lifted left field side and foul. First strike of the at-bat. 2 balls and 1 strike the count from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Flagg. Right to left. Righty to lefty here with 1 gone and 2 runners in scoring position in the bottom of the third with the Sodbusters leading 1-0 over the Plainsmen. 2 balls and 1 strike. Schneider comes set. The 2-1 pitch to Connor Flagg. Misses low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count. Now from Schneider to Flagg. Oscar Stark stands on deck if they get to him here in the bottom of the third. Schneider trying to avoid walking the bases loaded for Stark. So it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Schneider comes set. 3-1 to flag. 3-1 check swing, but it missed low. He did not go. So it's another walk, and now the bases are juiced for Oscar Stark, and out comes head coach Luke Bay. Again, they haven't had anybody warming up, so don't think they'll be making a pitching change here, just coming and talking. So this is a pretty big at-bat coming up here. Entire infield comes in for the Sodbusters as they discuss how they want to approach things. Here with the base loaded, 1 gone in the bottom of the 3rd. Reminder, Kids Day is tomorrow. Come out to the ballpark for games 2 and 3 of this series. 2 7-inning games between the Sodbusters and the Plainsmen. First 100 kids get in free, along with some free ice cream and a Plainsman mini helmet. Also, we will be having a water slide at the ballpark, so tomorrow, not a day you are going to want to miss, especially with the heat. That water slide is just what we need. So the meeting of the minds on the hill continues. As now Luke Bay will head back to the dugout. Infield breaks. Again, Russell's Rental Express. They will be putting up a water slide for us to cool down in tomorrow's doubleheader. So make sure to come out to Billwood Field for that one. Oscar Stark stands in. Oscar Stark 0 for 1. He flew out to left field. And his first appearance back in the bottom of the 1st. A flyout would not be the worst thing here in the world, though, as it would most likely score the speedy Wood from 3rd. Schneider comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Oscar Stark. Schneider kicks and deals. That first pitch skips in the dirt low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Jeremy Schneider to Oscar Stark. So 1 ball, no strikes. Wood from 3rd, Servine from 2nd, and Flagg from 1st. The 1-0 to Stark. 1-0 is fouled. Goes back off of Stark's foot. So count will even out. 1 ball, 1 strike from Schneider to Stark. 1 gone in the bottom of the 3rd. Sodbusters leading it 1-0 over the Plainsmen, but the Plainsmen a huge chance in the bottom of the 3rd with the bases juiced and only 1 gone. Both teams equal in hits with 3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schneider looks on to Stark. Schneider now gets his sign. He comes set. The 1-1 pitch to Stark. A little late swing. He was able to get a piece of it. It goes out of play, foul. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes from Jeremy Schneider to Oscar Stark. Connor Higgs stands on deck, who singled in his first appearance back in the 2nd. If the Plainsmen get to him, as the double play is set up, the corner infielders are playing in. The inner infielders are at their normal depth. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schneider to Stark, the 1-2 pitch. Off speed is going to ring him up. A beautiful off-speed pitch by Jeremy Schneider finds its way into the strike zone. It's a second strikeout for Jeremy Schneider, and now 2 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd, and now Connor Higgs will have to come through with a base hit. So Higgs is 1 for 1 with a single. He's 3 for 5 against Hastings this season. Again, batting over .560 in now 13 games with North Platte. Schneider comes set, ready for the first pitch to the left-hander Higgs with the bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch swung on and missed. Fastball gets past Higgs. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Higgs. Only 1 hit for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 3rd. The other 2 base runners, thanks to walks by the Sodbusters. No balls and 1 strike. Schneider, the right-hander, comes set looking onto the left-hander Higgs. 0-1 pitch. That one will hit Connor Higgs. It will score Cade Wood, and the Plainsmen have tied things up here in the bottom of the 3rd on a bases loaded hit by pitch. Well, you'll take him how you can get him. Plainsmen tie things up here in the 3rd, and now Jalen Ruffin stands in as the 7th batter here in the bottom of the 3rd, and he looks to give the Plainsmen the lead with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Ruffin singled in his first appearance back in the bottom of the 2nd. Schneider comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Jalen Ruffin. That pitch will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count starts. From Jeremy Schneider to Jalen Ruffin. Again, Ruffin, the 7th batter to come to the plate. Plainsmen have had the bases loaded twice now, but 3 of the 4 players that have been on base have been given to them. As 2 walks and 1 hit by pitch, there's a swing and a miss by Ruffin. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count will even up here from Jeremy Schneider to Jalen Ruffin. 1-1 with 2 gone. The bases loaded. Plainsman and Sodbusters now tied up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schneider comes set. The 1-1 to Jalen Ruffin. That one is swung on, grounded to third, and Harper has it go off of his glove. So scoring is Giancarlo Servine, and the Plainsmen take the lead here off the error at third by Aaron Harper. So Plainsmen catching some breaks here in the bottom of the third. They take advantage of them. And the Plainsmen take the lead here in the bottom of the third. And now up comes Griffin Myers, the left-hander who reached on a fielder's choice in the second. He's now the 8th batter to come to the plate for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the third. Plainsmen now leading this one 2-1. First run scored off the bases loaded, hit by pitch. And now Giancarlo Servine scores on the E5. So bases loaded for Griffin Myers, so chance for more for the Plainsmen as they have now taken the lead. First pitch from Schneider. That one will miss well upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Jeremy Schneider to Griffin Myers. Myers now 5 for 12 against the Sodbusters this season. 1 ball and no strikes. Schneider comes set. The 1-0 pitch to Myers is swung on, fouled back into the glove of Scott. So count will even out. 1 ball and 1 strike from Jeremy Schneider to Griffin Myers. One ball, 1 strike. Coming set is Schneider. The 1-1 pitch to Myers. Off speed, will miss little low and in. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count here from Jeremy Schneider to Griffin Myers. Again, Myers the 8th batter to come to the plate. Only 1 hit, though, for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the third. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jeremy Schneider comes set. 2-1 pitch to Myers. 2-1. That one is grounded to third. Chance for Harper to redeem himself. He's going to try to beat out Higgs to the bag. He just does. And that will be the end of the inning. For the Plainsmen in the bottom of the third, though, 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error. They end up leaving 3 on base. We will head to the top of the fourth. 2 up for the Sodbusters will be Constantine, Duddleston, and Tamia. After 3 complete, the Plainsmen now lead this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your
$1 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation how many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime downtown North Platte. Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more
complete? John Willis with you on the Plainsman Radio Network, Citrus 3 and our mobile app available on Android. To search up North Platte Plainsman on Android or Google Play, as well as our YouTube channel. First to 7 between the North Platte Plainsmen and the Hastings Sodbusters. Plainsmen now lead this one 2-1 as we start out the top of the 4th after they were able to take advantage of a bases-loaded hit by pitch and error back in the bottom of the 3rd. Cam Constantine lead things off for the Sodbusters. He swings and misses, or just got a piece of it, but Myers gloved it. So no balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Caden Fiveash to Cam Constantine. And Constantine now getting his second at bat as a Hastings Sodbuster. He walked in his first appearance as he sends one into left field. Jalen Ruffin takes a couple steps forward. He makes the catch. It's a leadoff flyout for Cam Constantine here in the top of the 4th. So this will bring up Sawyer Duddleston. Duddleston is 0 for 1. He flew out to right field in his first appearance back in the top of the 1st. The right-hander stands in with 1 gone after the leadoff flyout by Cam Constantine. Duddleston stands in. First pitch to him is an off-speed. It misses, so 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start. Duddleston standing at 6 foot. Arkansas Tech getting his second cuts of this one. The 1-0 pitch to him. That one is grounded just through the 5-6 gap into left field. So it's a 1-out single for Sawyer Duddleston. So now for the Sodbusters, they have more hits than the Plainsmen. But Plainsmen have the lead here, 2-1. Sodbusters out hitting the Plainsmen 4-3. So bring up Tegan Tamia. Tamia 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 2nd. He was the 2nd strikeout by Caden Fiveash so far. Hasn't been a normal strikeout kind of day for Fiveash so far. Only 2 for him, but he's been trusting his defense, and so far they've been making the plays. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start as that changeup catches the inner half of the plate. No balls and 1 strike from Caden Fiveash to Tegan Tamia. Tamia, who's now 1 for 10 against the Plainsmen this season. 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the count from Caden Fiveash to Tegan Tamia. We're now at the bottom of the order with 7, 8, and 9 due up after Duddleston's single that just creeped through the 5-6 gap between 3rd and short. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the count from Caden Fiveash to Tegan Tamia. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fiveash to Tegan Tamia. Fiveash comes set, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He chased that one. It's the 3rd strikeout for Caden Fiveash in this one, and now 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. Tegan Tamia has now struck out twice tonight, as this will bring up Danny Garcia. Garcia 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to third. He's now 0 for 12 against the Plainsmen this season. Still looking for his first hit against North Platte. And this is their 5th game they've played against the Plainsmen. First pitch to Garcia. Fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Caden Fiveash to Danny Garcia. Garcia, the 8 hitter, playing at shortstop defensively. Right-hander standing in with 2 gone in the top of the 4th. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. That fastball pretty much right down the heart of the plate. Count will even out. 1 ball and 1 strike from Caden Fiveash to Danny Garcia. One ball, 1 strike. Fiveash righty to righty with 2 gone in the top of the 4th. The 1-1 pitch. That off speed misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the count from Caden Fiveash to Danny Garcia. Again, wind continuing to howl at Billwood Field, as you can probably hear it, as the 2 balls and 1 strike pitch will miss upstairs. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike from Caden Fiveash to Danny Garcia. Winds sitting at 14 miles per hour to the southeast as we're here in the top of the 4th. 2-1 Plainsman leading this one. 3 balls and 1 strike. Fiveash to Garcia. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Big swing and miss by Garcia. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Caden Fiveash to Danny Garcia. Five-Ash comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2 is grounded foul over on the third base side, so count will stay full at 3 balls and 2 strikes, and we'll do the full count pitch once again from Caden Five-Ash to Danny Garcia. Plainsman will have 9-1-2 due up in the bottom of the 4th as they try to now extend their 2-1 lead if it holds going into the bottom half of the 4th inning. Second straight payoff pitch by Five-Ash. Soft grounder to short. Cade Wood palms it. Throw on to first is not going to be in. No, they say it is. A late call by the field umpire, Greg Hernandez. He waited a good 5 seconds to make that call. And so that'll be the end of the inning. For the Sodbusters in the top of the 4th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 on base. We enter the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Wendell, Wood, and Thompson do it for the Plainsmen. After 3.5, North Platte leads this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not.
Bottom of the 4th, Plainsman leading in this one 2-1 over the Hastings Sodbusters in this first of 7 between the North Platte Plainsmen and the Hastings Sodbusters. Plainsman had 8 batters come to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd. They scored 2 runs off of a bases-loaded hit by pitch and a bases-loaded error by Aaron Harper over at 3rd. Nate Wendell will lead things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 4th. He had an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play back in the 2nd. The right-hander stands in, ready for his first pitch. Swings, lines one sharply to short. Garcia fumbles with it. Late throw on to first. It will just be in time to retire Wendell. And so a quick out to start out this bottom half of the 4th inning. So now it's back to the top of the order with Cade Wood. Wood has reached base 1 of 2 times tonight. His last appearance, he walked and scored the first run of the game for the Plainsmen. The right-hander stands in with 1 away and nobody on for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch here from Jeremy Schneider to Cade Wood. That one will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. Sodbusters do have a pitcher up and warming up in their bullpen, so we will see how much longer they decide to stick with Jeremy Schneider. This is now his longest outing of the season for the Sodbusters as the 1-0 pitch from Wood. Soft grounder over to 3rd. Harper's on it. Throw off of 1 foot to first is in time. A nice throw by Aaron Harper. And now 2 retired in the bottom of the 4th. Matt Sagman is the pitcher that the Sodbusters have warming up over in their bullpen, who's getting some pitches in, but 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th as this brings up the left-hander Garrett Thompson facing the 6'5 right-hander. Jeremy Schneider. Thompson walked and stole a base in the 1st and then flew out to left field in his 2nd appearance in the bottom of the 3rd. Thompson stands in with 2 gone, nobody on for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 4th, with the Plainsmen leading this one 2-1. Schneider comes set. First pitch from the tall right-hander. That one is swung on, fouled over just to the left of the press box from our vantage point, so no balls and 1 strike. The count will start here from Jeremy Schneider to Garrett Thompson. So no balls and 1 strike. Schneider to Thompson. Giancarlo Servine stands on deck. The 0-1 pitch from Schneider. Fastball a little high, but catches the zone. No balls and 2 strikes the count from Jeremy Schneider to Garrett Thompson. No balls and 2 strikes. Righty to lefty with 2 gone, nobody on for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 4th. Here is the 0-2 by Schneider. That one misses upstairs. Kind of the same approach we saw from 5-Ash on 0-2 pitches with a 0-2 fastball that misses high. Trying to get the hitter to chase high in the zone, but 1 ball and 2 strikes the count nonetheless from Jeremy Schneider to Garrett Thompson. Schneider comes set, he now kicks and deals to Thompson. 1-2 pitch skips in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count from Schneider to Thompson. Two balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Plainsmen. Plainsmen leading by 1, 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Schneider steps back. He now kicks and deals to Thompson. 2-2 pitches swung on and missed. Fastball blew it past him. That will be the end of the inning. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 4th. So we'll head to the top of the 5th. 2 up for the Sodbusters. It'll be 9-1-2 with Burrows, Kennedy, and Harper. After 4 complete, the Plainsmen are on top. They lead this one 2-1. This is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Hey, this is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's? Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte. Order online at Domino's.com or call us at 308-534-0400. That's 308-534-0400. Domino's? Oh, yes, we did.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery.
Ready for the top of the 5th. Plainsman leading in this one 2-1 as we bring you North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel. Left-hander Blake Burrows will lead things off for the Sodbusters here in the top of the 5th. The Sodbusters trailing by 1 run. First pitch off speed, missed low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start here from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Burrows. Burrows standing in for his second time here tonight, here in the top of the 5th. 0 for 1, he flew out to third in his first appearance back in the top of the 2nd. The 1-0 pitch from 5-Ash. That one is skied up. Myers chasing it over near the Plainsman dugout. It will just land out of play over that fence, so count will even out. 1 ball and 1 strike from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Burrows. 5-Ash so far through 4 innings, 1 run on 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk for Caden 5-Ash so far. 1 ball, 1 strike from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Burrows. The 1-1 pitch from 5-Ash will just miss away. So 2 balls and 1 strike now the count from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Burrows. Cloudy now here at Billwood Field, as I'm sure the players don't mind that at all with the heat, as the 2-1 off-speed just misses. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike from Caden 5-Ash to Blake Burrows. 3-1 pitch from 5. That one swung on, fouled back into the glove of Myers. So count now goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. For 5-Ash, he's had a good amount of full counts as well so far through this game. His pitch count is moving up there. As here is the payoff pitch by 5-Ash. That one is going to be skied. Shallow left field. Jalen Ruffin giving it a long chase. Cade Wood, the shortstop, also moving. Ruffin makes the catch in foul territory. For the second straight inning, it's a leadoff flyout to left field and Jalen Ruffin. So now it's back to the top of the order with Garrett Kennedy. Kennedy is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. He flew out to Five Ash, the pitcher, to lead off the top of the first, and then flew into the center field to lead off the top of the third for Hastings. 70 pitches. Caden Five Ash now stands at through 4 1/3. As the first pitch from Five Ash to Kennedy swung on and missed. Fastball just whizzed it by him. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Caden Five Ash to Garrett Kennedy. So 0-1. Five Ash steps back. He now kicks and deals. 0-1. That one is going to be grounded sharply to Wood. Long throw on to first. It's going to just not be in time as Kennedy beats it out. It's an infield single for Kennedy. It was a long throw. Wood made a beautiful throw, just could not quite beat Kennedy. So bring up Aaron Harper, who has reached base both times. Singled and scored in the first, and then reached on an E4 in the third. The right-hander stands in with 1 away, and now a runner on first after the infield single by Garrett Kennedy. So Five Ash looks on to Harper. With 1 gone, a runner on first in the top of the 5th with the Plainsmen leading 2-1. First pitch from Five Ash. That one will catch the inner bottom corner. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Caden Five Ash to Aaron Harper. No balls, 1 strike. Five Ash righty to righty with 1 gone in the top of the 5th. Now they will try to pick off Kennedy, but Kennedy's back in there sliding. So no balls and 1 strike. The count will remain from Five Ash to Harper. Harper, the 2-hitter, he's at third base defensively for the Sodbusters as the 0-1 pitch. That one is grounded to short. Diving stop by Cade Wood. Flip on to second. They will get the force out. Another great defensive play by Cade Wood. And now 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. So Harper reaches on the fielder's choice. As now this will bring up Brandon Larson, who's 2 for 2, a single, a double, and an RBI. Left-hander has been really good after coming into today 0-10 against the Plainsmen. He's now 2 for 2 here tonight. First pitch to him. Swung on, foul back to the screen. So no balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Five Ash to Larson. Righty to lefty with 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. Plainsmen leading this one by a narrow 2-1 score. The 0-1 pitch is skied up into right field. Connor Higgs moved back, he now moves forward, he makes the catch, and the side is retired. So for the Sodbusters in the top of the 5th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, they leave 1 on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 2 up for North Platte, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 with Servine, Flagg, and Stark. After 4.5, Plainsmen lead this one 2-1. This is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard.
Lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
One thing's for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation when you travel locally or across the country. Adventure to great places.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsman. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference.
2-1, Giancarlo Servine, the leadoff batter for the Plainsmen here as we start out this bottom half of the 5th inning. Servine, the 3-hitter, is 1 for 2. Double and a run scored back in the 3rd and struck out in the 1st, so he's 1 for 2 coming into this at-bat. Facing Jeremy Schneider, the starting pitcher, still on the mound for the Sodbusters here as we start out this bottom half of the 5th inning. For head coach Luke Bay, would love to see your starting pitcher Schneider, who only has gone 3 innings max headed into tonight, go a little longer, as he's now matched his season total in innings pitched. He came into this game pitching 4 innings. He's now pitched 8 total, and a chance for more here as he faces Giancarlo Servine. First pitch to Servine. That one will miss low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start here from Jeremy Schneider to Giancarlo Servine. Lights just turning on here at Billwood Field as we start out this bottom half of the 5th inning. Plainsmen leading this one 2-1 as the 1-0 is fouled off the foot of Servine. So count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike from Jeremy Schneider to Servine. Again, Servine doubled and scored in his last appearance in the bottom of the 3rd. That was part of that 2-run bottom of the 3rd for the Plainsmen. That was the only hit, though, of the inning for North Platte, even with having 8 batters come to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike from Jeremy Schneider to Giancarlo Servine. Connor Flagg standing on deck. It's Servine, Flagg, and Stark due up in the bottom of the 5th for the Plainsmen. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch from Schneider. 1-1. That one is lifted into shallow left. The shortstop, Kenny Garcia, moves under it, makes the catch. And 1 retired here in the bottom of the 5th. It seemed like Carlo just got under that one. So he flies out to lead off this bottom half of the 5th inning. So bring up Connor Flagg. Flagg has walked twice tonight. The left-hander from Central Arkansas has reached base both times he's been up. He stands in with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. So he'll try to get a base runner here in the bottom of the 5th, trying to give the Plainsmen some more runs. As here is the first pitch from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Flagg. That one is going to be poked, and it'll get through the 4-6 gap into center field. It's a 1-out single for Connor Flagg, who has now reached base all 3 times he's been up, but this is his first hit of this one as he singles into center field. So let's bring up Oscar Stark. Stark is 0 for 2, fly out to left field in the 1st, and then a strikeout in the 3rd. He was the victim of the 2nd strikeout by Jeremy Schneider. Schneider has 3 total strikeouts so far. Right-hander stands in with 1 away. Connor Flagg now leading away from 1st. First pitch here to Oscar Stark. Will be in there for a strike. So no balls and 1 strike. The count will start here from Jeremy Schneider to Oscar Stark. Flagg, 10 stolen bases so far in the season. He leads away from 1st. Getting a pretty healthy lead off of 1st, so we'll see if he takes off at some point in this at-bat. Making a couple moves towards 2nd. As the 0-1 pitch, late swing, it's popped up foul territory. Brandon Larson, the first baseman, gives it a look. He will just not make the catch. It was in his glove, but he just cannot hold on to it. So no balls and 2 strikes from Jeremy Schneider to Oscar Stark. So 0-2 with 1 gone. Flagg leading away from 1st. The Plainsmen leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Plainsmen trying to put on some offensive productivity with 5-Ash looking to go longer into this game. Again, this is his last start as a North Platte Plainsman. No balls and 2 strikes. The count from Jeremy Schneider. Now he will try to pick off Flagg, just back in there safely as a nice tag attempt by Brandon Larson, the first baseman. No balls and 2 strikes from Jeremy Schneider to Oscar Stark. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Off speed gets him to chase low. It's the 4th strikeout for Jeremy Schneider, and now 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. So now this will bring up Connor Higgs, who is 1 for 1. He singled back in the 2nd, and then was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Left-hander stands in with 2 away, and Flagg leading away from first. Jalen Ruffin stands on deck for the Plainsmen if they get to him here in the bottom of the 5th. Schneider gives a look at Flagg on first, now comes set, ready for this first pitch here to Connor Higgs. Righty to lefty with 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Flagg immediately takes off on the first pitch. Flagg will be in there safely. It's his 11th stolen base of the season, and the 2nd stolen base by the Plainsmen here tonight. First one by Garrett Thompson back in the bottom of the 1st. That first pitch did miss to Connor Higgs, so 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. One ball, no strikes. Schneider comes set, looks on to Connor Higgs. 1-0 pitch to Higgs as now Connor Flagg takes off for third, but it's fouled back to the screen. Count will even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Flagg joking a little bit with Higgs like, hey man, I had a pretty good beat there to third. But nonetheless, 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs, a runner on second. RBI opportunity here for Connor Higgs, trying to extend this Plainsman lead here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 ball and 1 strike. Schneider comes set, looks on to Higgs. The 1-1 pitch to him will miss low. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Higgs. Two balls, 1 strike. Plainsman leading 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th, trying to take advantage of a runner in scoring position. Plainsmen so far have left 6 runners on base in this one against the Sodbusters. 2 balls and 1 strike to Connor Higgs. That one misses low. Count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. All games have been close between the Sodbusters and the Plainsmen so far this year, with all games decided by 3 runs or less. So far coming into this one, and close one so far, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Plainsman leading this one by 1, 2-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Schneider comes set. The 3-1 to Connor Higgs. Swung on, foul back to the screen. So now count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Higgs. Again, Schneider trying to get through 5. Would be interesting to see if he did come out in the 6th, if he gets out of this without giving up a run. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Higgs. Count is full. Payoff pitch by Jeremy Schneider as he gives a glance at Flagg. And now here's the full count delivery. Flagg takes off for third, but it's fouled again, back by Higgs. So count will stay full. Flagg will have to head back to second. Count still 3 balls and 2 strikes from Jeremy Schneider to Connor Higgs. Three balls, 2 strikes. Righty to lefty with 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Second straight payoff pitch by Jeremy Schneider, who gives a long glance at Flagg. He now kicks and deals. That one is going to be grounded to second. Tamiya is on it. Throwing to first will be in time. And the runner in scoring position will not come around. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. The Plainsmen leave 1 on base here in the bottom of the 5th. We to the top of the 6th. Due up for the Sodbusters. It'll be Scott, Constantine, and Duddleston. After 5 complete, Plainsmen on top, 2-1. This is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Here at Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer...
Hello, this is Gracie Wenzel, the Marketing and Promotions Intern for the North Platte Plainsmen. You know us, we're Jimmy John's. Stop by your trusted sandwich shop in the North Platte area at 410 East Leota Street. We offer delivery, pickup, and in-store eating. Choose from our wide variety of sandwiches where you get to decide how the sandwich is made. Order a combo and get some chips and a thirst-quenching drink. Call us at 308-532-8000. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or stop by. Jimmy John's, where we get you your sandwiches freaky fast.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows, it all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Joe Bob Sugarmaker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything Western. Boots, hats, shirts, jeans, jewelry, even that fancy Yellowstone cologne, so you can smell like a cowboy, not the horse he rode in on.
KJ's Boots and Western Wear.
Just off the I-80 interchange in Hershey.
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and watch.
Misses upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Blake Scott. The 1-0 pitch from 5-ash. That one will just miss a little low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Blake Scott leads things off here. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and then lined that sharp one to Cade Wood, who then flipped it to Servine for the double play to end off the inning. Is the 2-0 pitch on its way. Fastball thrown down the heart of the plate. That'll be in there for a strike. So Blake Scott, the left-handed catcher, leading things off for the Sodbusters in the top of the 6th, with the Plainsmen leading 2-1 as that one is fouled over on the first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. The sun has peeked its head back out again here in North Platte, so some shadows starting to creep across the field, but sun still fully in force here at Billwood Field. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the pitch from 5-ash. 2-2, grounder to second. Servine off the hop, throws it on to first, it's in time, and the first batter is retired here in the 6th. So that keeps the streak going. Every inning so far up to this point for the Plainsmen defensively, the Plainsmen have retired the first batter. So now this will bring up Cam Constantine, who's 0 for 1. He flew out to left in his appearance back in the 4th. He did walk in the 1st, did reach second on the wild pitch. Right-hander stands in with 1 gone in the top of the 6th. First pitch is a strike from 5-ash. No balls and 1 strike now the count. 5-ash now just over 80 pitches, sitting at 81. No balls and 1 strike from 5-ash. 0-1, swung on and missed. Fastball blew it past him. No balls and 2 strikes. For 5-ash, since this is his last start, unless he starts to struggle, he will probably go as long as he can here tonight. Against the Sodbusters, the 0-2 pitch will skip in the dirt. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, we're here in the top of the 6th. Score has not changed since the 3rd. Been a fairly low-scoring and quick game so far between the Plainsmen and the Sodbusters. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the pitch to Constantine. 1-2 is swung on and missed. It's the 4th strikeout now for Caden 5-ash, and the first 2 batters retired here in the top of the 6th. This will bring up Sawyer Duddleston, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. Let's take a look around the Independence League, our Independence League scoreboard. Out at Dakota Community Bank and Trust Park, Fremont leads the Badlands Big Sticks 15-4. Plainsman and Fremont right now battling for that first place spot. Plainsman currently half a game ahead of them, as that one is grounded foul on the third base side. No balls and 1 strike. The count starts to Sawyer Duddleston. Nebraska Prospects and Casper out at Mike Lansing Field. The Prospects lead 3-2. They're in the bottom of the 3rd. And then our other game going on at Wolf Field. Western Nebraska leads Canyon County 1-0 in the top of the 1st. 0-1 pitch to Duddleston, misses away. Cannell even out 1 ball and 1 strike. So that's your scoreboard update around the Independence League. 1 ball, 1 strike from Caden 5-ash to Sawyer Duddleston. The 1-1 pitch misses away. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Now let's take a look at the standings. The second half, which is what matters for playoffs. North Platte is in first at 3-1. Fremont in second now at 5-2. They're half a game back from the Plainsmen. Western Nebraska is in third at 3-4. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Duddleston. That one will just miss low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hastings, who the Plainsmen are playing here tonight, they stand at 4th at 2-3, and the Nebraska Prospects now at 1-3. 3 balls and 1 strike from Caden 5-ash to Sawyer Duddleston. 3-1 pitch on its way. That one will miss. It's a walk to Sawyer Duddleston, only the 2nd walk for 5-ash here tonight. It's now a 2-out base runner for Sodbusters here in the top of the 6th. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks now for 5-Ash. Tegan Tamiya stands in, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts so far. First pitch to Tamiya will miss away. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Caden 5-Ash to Tegan Tamiya, and out comes head coach J.M. Kelly. This is now the longest appearance for 5-Ash against the Sodbusters this season. So he's had 2 starts against the Sodbusters previously to tonight's game. He went 5 1/3 in both of those games. He's now gone 5 2/3. 5-Ash, Myers, and J.M. Kelly will talk on the hill. 5-Ash talking with Coach Kelly. Again, last start for 5-Ash this season. 5-Ash will stay in the game after the 1-0 count to start out Tegan Tamiya. Keep on looking at the Independence League standings. We'll go to the Great Plains against Spearfish is in first place in the Great Plains at 7-2 after going 11-17 in the first half. They are off to a hot start. Badlands is at second at 5-3, but they've already clinched the playoffs. Canyon County in third, 3-5. Gem City also 3-5, and then Casper's in last at 2-6. So there's tonight's look around the Independence League as Tamiya lines one into right center. The catch will be made by Garrett Thompson. He makes a nice running catch, and that will end off the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Sodbusters in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the order due up for the Plainsmen, 7, 8, and 9 in the bottom of the 6th with Ruffin, Myers, and Wendell. After 5 1/2, the Plainsmen lead this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Hi, I'm Buffalo Bill, here at Bill Woodfield. Let's play ball. I hear some of you have mullets, huh?
Welcome to Scottsbluff County. From Scottsbluff National Monument to Chimney Rock, we are Nebraska's landmark country and a whole lot more. From our bountiful selection of scenic golf courses, our world-class zoo, the breathtaking Lake Minnetonka, and our family-friendly community events, we have something for you and your family year-round. Come visit Nebraska like you've never seen it. Your next experience awaits you in Scottsbluff County.
Hello, I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse our new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte, or call us at 30.
At the bottom of the 6th, the day is done for Jeremy Schneider, and he was pretty darn good for the Sodbusters. 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 1 hit batter. Into the game will come Matt Sagment. Sagment, the 6-foot right-hander out of Garden Grove, California, plays his college ball at Hope International. He takes the place of Sagment here as we start out the bottom, or he takes the place of Schneider here as we start out the bottom of the 6th. 7 appearances for Sagment, pitched 12 2/3, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 6 hits, 17 strikeouts, 5 walks, a 1-1 record, and a 3.55 ERA for Sagment on the season. So he stands in to face Jalen Ruffin to lead off this bottom half of the 6th inning. First pitch to Ruffin, it's a bunt, but it goes foul on the third base side. So count will start out 0-1. Jalen Ruffin did have an infield bunt single back in the 2nd. Plainsmen were not able to take advantage, though, of runners at 1st and 2nd, with nobody out in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. But Plainsmen then scored 2 in the 3rd, where they had 8 batters come to the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Sagment to Ruffin. The 0-1 pitch. That one will miss inside. So count will even out 1 ball, 1 strike from Matt Sagment to Ruffin. It doesn't look like he'll try the bunt again. Was trying to throw the Sodbuster defense off guard. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jalen Ruffin. That one is swung on. Early swing by Ruffin. He gets a piece of it foul over on the first base side. So count now moves 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 with nobody out, nobody on for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sagment comes set. The 1-2 pitch to Jalen Ruffin is going to hit him. That one well inside, so it's a leadoff hit by pitch. And a leadoff base runner for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 6th. So now let's bring up Myers, who's 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd and then grounded out in the 3rd. He stands in with nobody out, and now Ruffin leading away from first for North Platte. 6'4" left-hander stands in for the Plainsmen. Sagment comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Griffin Myers with Jalen Ruffin leading away from first. First pitch to Myers. That one thrown right down the heart of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start here to Griffin Myers. Ruffin again leading away from first. 6 stolen bags for Ruffin on the season. He's only been caught stealing once. No balls and 1 strike as there it is. Ruffin takes off for second. He is going to be in there easily as now the ball gets into center field. He doesn't want 1 bag. He wants 2. He now gets into third. Jalen Ruffin using his speed advances from first to third. Second error of the game for the Sodbusters. He steals second, advances to third on the error. And now he stands 90 feet away for Griffin Myers. So 7th stolen bag of the year for Jalen Ruffin. And it's the 3rd stolen bag by the Plainsmen here tonight against the Sodbusters. And none of them have really been close plays. Plainsmen have really been there very early. 1 ball, 1 strike to Griffin Myers. 1-1 pitch. That one is grounded fair on the third baseline. Scoring is Jalen Ruffin from third. It's an RBI single for Griffin Myers. And the Plainsmen extend their lead here in the bottom of the 6th off the RBI single by Griffin Myers. That one just went fair down the third baseline. And Plainsmen extend their lead. They now lead this one 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Let's bring up Nate Wendell. Wendell, the right-hander, is 0 for 2. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the 2nd, and then grounded out to short to lead off the bottom of the 4th. That was a hard ground out that Garcia fumbled with a little bit. Myers now leads away from first. Plainsmen leading this one 3-1 now here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Nate Wendell. Off speed, misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The count starts from Matt Sagment to Nate Wendell. So struggling start for Sagment here. Hit the first batter in Jalen Ruffin, and then the RBI single by Griffin Myers. 1 ball, no strikes. Sagment comes set, looks on to Nate Wendell. The 1-0 pitch. That one thrown right down the heart of the plate. Count leaving out 1 ball and 1 strike to Nate Wendell. Again, this is also Nate Wendell's last game with the Plainsmen. Both him and Five Ash. 6-foot right-hander out of Tuttle, Oklahoma is Nate Wendell. Again, plays his college ball with Five Ash at Northern Oklahoma College. Swing and a miss. Late swing by Wendell, so count now moves 1 ball and 2 strikes from Matt Sagment to Nate Wendell. Top of the order stands on deck with Cade Wood here in the bottom of the 6th. Plainsmen leading this one 3-1. One ball, 2 strikes. Sagment checks on Myers at first. Now comes set with the 1-2 to Wendell. 1 ball, 2 strikes the pitch. 1-2 off speed's going to ring him up in the inner bottom corner. It's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. They catch Nate Wendell looking. So now it'll be back to the top of the order here with Cade Wood. Wood is 0 for 2, 2 groundouts, but he did walk and score in his 2nd appearance of the night back in the 3rd. Walked and scored the first run of the game for the Plainsmen. Wood stands in with 1 gone, and Griffin Myers leading away from first. Sagment comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Cade Wood. Long pause for Sagment. Now he sends the first pitch. It's a bunt. Goes to the pitcher, Sagment. Throwing to first will be in time. Advancing to second is Myers. So nice reaction by Sagment. The bunt, I think, was hit a little bit harder than Wood was hoping. And so now this will bring up Garrett Thompson. Thompson struck out in his last appearance back in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. He did walk and steal a base back in the 1st. Left-hander stands in with 2 gone, and Griffin Myers standing in scoring position at second. Myers had the RBI single that just went fair down the third base line to score Jalen Ruffin here in the bottom of the 6th. Left-hander Thompson stands in to face the right-hander Matt Sagman against Sagman. 1-1, 3.55 ERA for Sagman on the season. Fresh count here to Garrett Thompson. The first pitch will miss high and away, and now gets away from the catcher Scott, but not enough for Myers to advance to third. So count will just start out 1 ball and no strikes from Matt Sagman to Garrett Thompson. Again, reminder, day doubleheader tomorrow between the Sodbusters and the Plainsmen. 2 7-inning games beginning at 3:08. Pre-game coverage beginning at about 2:53 on the Plainsman radio network. 1 ball and no strikes from Sagman to Thompson. Righty to lefty with 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-0 catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike from Matt Sagman to Garrett Thompson. So 1 ball, 1 strike from Sagman to Thompson. With 2 gone, Myers leading away from second. Plainsman leading 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 pitch. Just a little upstairs from Sagman. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to count. So 2 balls, 1 strike from Sagman to Thompson. 1 run has already come across for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 6th. Long pause for Sagman. He now comes set with his sign. 2 balls and 1 strike to Garrett Thompson.
I'm a genius.
2-1 pitch will miss low, so it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Looking on to Garrett Thompson. Sagman just trying to find the last out here and keep it a 2-run game. 2-run differential between the Plainsmen and the Sodbusters. 3 balls and 1 strike. Sagman kicks and deals. 3-1. That one is in there for a strike. Count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Matt Sagman to Garrett Thompson. Thompson now 3 for 12 against the Sodbusters this season. Trying to knock in another run with Griffin Myers standing at second. Sagman comes set. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is chased, swung on and missed. It's the 2nd strikeout in the inning for Matt Sagman, and that'll end things off. Plainsmen, though, they score 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. They leave 1 on base. We head to the top of the 7th. Due up for Hastings, it'll be Garcia, Burrows, and Kennedy, 8, 9, and 1. After 6 complete, North Platte leads this one 3-1. It's North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Here at Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or 8th beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef, ranch-raised, grain-finished Nebraska beef.
Hi, this is Tommy B from the Nebraska Athletic Club here in North Platte, Nebraska, and I want to welcome you to not just North Platte, but to the Nebraska Athletic Club. Nebraska Athletic Club, here we have about 8,000 square foot of pure fitness, cardiovascular, strength training, multifunctional machines, you name it, we have it. So if you want to come down and give us a try, come down and visit with us, take a tour, we welcome you to come and see us. Again, 8,000 square foot of pure fitness. And one thing I want to let you know is that even though we're probably one of the largest, fully equipped, we're also less expensive. Our prices only go from $19.95. And if you're in protective services, which is fire, police, medical, military, it's only $14.95 plus tax. And one exciting thing too is we don't do contracts here. We have a small activation fee, and you have a small deactivation fee, and that's it. We don't have contracts here at the Nebraska Athletic Club.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices.
Complete John Willis with you on Citrus 3, our online radio streaming service, our mobile app available on Android as well as our YouTube channel. Caden Fiveash takes the mound for the top of the 7th, facing 8-9-1. Danny Garcia, the right-hander, will lead things off for the Sodbusters here as we start out this top half of the 7th inning. Fiveash comes set, ready for the first pitch to him. Fastball's in there for a strike, no balls, and 1 strike. The count will start here from Caden Fiveash to Danny Garcia. Garcia's 0 for 2, 2 ground outs for Garcia so far in this one. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Caden Fiveash. 0-1, swung on, grounded to third. Stark is on it, he loses it. Late throw on to first is going to be high. The leadoff base runner for the Sodbusters here in the top of the 7th. Second error of the game for the Plainsmen. That one was in the glove of Stark, just couldn't get a clean glove on it. So now a runner at first to lead off this top of the 7th. This will bring up Blake Burrows, who's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Left-hander looks on to Caden Fiveash for the 3rd time tonight. They'll try to pick off Garcia. It's a low throw, a nice stop by Wendell over at first. So still a fresh count here from Caden Fiveash to Blake Burrows. First pitch is a bunt. It's a great one down the third base line. Stark watches it. No throw. It's an infield bunt single and runners at first and second. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. That was a perfect bunt. You could not have asked for a better one there by Burrows. And now it's back to the top of the order with Garrett Kennedy. Kennedy is 1 for 3, 2 flyouts to lead off his night, and then a single back in the 5th. He was later called out on a fielder's choice while heading to second. Tall right-hander stands in with nobody out. Runners at first and second for the Sodbusters here in the top of the 7th. The tying run standing at first. First pitch to Kennedy is a bunt. Another beauty down the third base line. Late throw from Fiveash. It's not in time. 2 straight bunts that go down for hits, and now the bases are juiced. That's a frustrating way to start out an inning, as now the bases are loaded for Aaron Harper. Harper's 1 for 3, a single run scored in the first, and then reached on 2 straight fielder's choices in his last 2 plate appearances. Bases are juiced. Tying run is at second, with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Righty to righty, Fiveash to Harper. Five for 12 or 13 Harper is against the Plainsmen. First pitch to Harper. Fastball's in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Caden Fiveash to Aaron Harper. So no balls, 1 strike. Looking on to Aaron Harper. Fiveash comes set, righty to righty with the bases loaded. Here's the 0-1 pitch. 0-1 fouled back to the screen. So count now moves. No balls and 2 strikes from Fiveash to Harper. Hasn't been a huge strikeout now for Fiveash, but the Plainsmen could really use one here with the bases loaded and nobody out. No balls and 2 strikes. Fiveash comes set. The 0-2 pitch. 0-2 is grounded and stopped by Fiveash. They get the force out at home. No throw to first, but a smart play by the Plainsmen. 1 gone, no run comes across. Huge heads-up play by Fiveash as they get the force out at home, and now out comes head coach J.M. Kelly to talk with Caden Fiveash. Would love to see Fiveash finish out this inning in his last appearance, but this might be it, or they're just talking strategy here with Brandon Larson, who's 2 for 3 tonight. So Coach Kelly comes out to talk with Caden Fiveash with the bases loaded, now 1 gone after they get the force out at home. As they meet on the mound here trying to figure things out. So Myers, Fiveash, and Kelly meeting on the mound here. With only 1 gone, bases loaded, but a fielder's choice by Aaron Harper. He reaches. Fiveash will stay in the game. The bases loaded, facing Brandon Larson, who is 2 for 3, a single, a double, and RBI and a fly out to right field. Larson, the left-hander, standing in with the bases loaded after Garcia was called out heading for home. They get the force out at home. So one gone here in the top of the 7th. 3-1, Plainsman leading it. Five-Ash looks on to Larson. Five-Ash comes set, righty to lefty. Here's the first pitch to Larson. That one is flown up into deep left field. Jalen Ruffin gives it a chase. It will land down just at about the warning track. One run will score. The tying run is on its way. Throw to the plate by Cade Wood. No, it's going to be safe. That looked like it beat him by a mile, as Coach Kelly is not happy talking with Eli Cox, as it appeared that Myers had tagged out Kennedy. Kelly is heated talking to Cox, and now J.M. Kelly has been thrown out of the game. So it's a 2 RBI double by Brandon Larson. And the game is tied here in the 7th. So 2 runs have been scored here in the top of the 7th, as now Caden Five-Ash standing talking with his infield as Larson just scored. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Sodbusters here in the top of the 7th. This will bring up Blake Scott, who is 0 for 3. Out comes assistant coach Eric Sandos, and it looks like this will be it for Caden Five-Ash. So Coach Sandos will come out. We'll get a pitching change. We'll meet the new pitcher when we come back. This is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Chuck Heeman, operating owner of your North Platte Plainsmen. Stop by Jerry Reed Machine.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The brewmaster does only have one leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator snatched his leg right off, but he killed that alligator, kept the barley. That's why the beer is so good.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsman. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun.
Back here in the top of the 7th, the Sodbusters have tied things up and have a chance for more with 2 runners in scoring position. So they have this one tied up at 3. The last start for Caden Five-Ash as the North Platte Plainsman is over, and really quality start for Five-Ash on the mound. Goes 6 in the 3rd, 3 runs for now. The 2 runners on the base pass are his responsibility. 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Into the game will come Asher Hastings. Hastings takes the place of Caden Five-Ash. Hastings, the 6-foot left-hander out of Little Rock, Arkansas, plays his college ball at Arkansas Little Rock. 8 innings pitched for him, 16 runs, 14 of them earned. 6 hits, 13 strikeouts, 9 walks for Asher Hastings so far this year. He faces Blake Scott, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a 6-4 double play, and a ground out to the second baseman in his 3 appearances so far. Hastings comes in at a big spot, trying to keep this game at least tied now. Infield plays in for North Platte as Hastings comes set, ready for the first pitch to Blake Scott. That pitch is in there for a strike, no balls, and 1 strike. Again, it was the 2 RBI double where Kennedy was called safe at the plate. Looking back on it, it did not look like he was. And, of course, head coach J.M. Kelly, as we mentioned, was tossed from the game after arguing with Eli Cox, the home plate umpire. So Eric Sandos now will be the acting head coach for the rest of the game for the Plainsmen as that one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the count from Asher Hastings to Blake Scott. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hastings looks on to Scott. Runners at second and third, 1 gone in the top of the 7th. 1-1, that one just misses. Don't quite know where. But nonetheless, it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Scott moved a little bit away, but that doesn't necessarily mean it missed. As it's 2 balls, 1 strike from the left-hander Asher Hastings to the lefty Blake Scott. Asher Hastings comes set, 2 balls and 1 strike. Hastings kicks and deals to Scott. 2-1 is swung on and missed. So count will even out 2 balls, 2 strikes from Asher Hastings to Blake Scott. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hastings to Scott, the left-hander, with Larson leading away from second, Harper from third. Tie game in the top of the 7th at 3. All these games between these two teams have been close. Mentioned they've all been decided by 3 or less runs so far. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Scott. 2-2. That one is grounded to third to Oscar Stark. Gives a look at Harper at third. Harper does not try to go home. They get the out at first. And now 2 gone at the top of the 7th. Game still tied at 3. So now it'll be up to Cam Constantine making his Hastings debut again here tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. He did walk in his first appearance at the top of the 1st. Hastings trying to get out of the inning with the game tied at 3. Hastings looks on to Constantine. Runners at second and third, 2 gone in the top of the 7th. Hastings comes set. First pitch to Constantine. Off speed is in there on the inner half of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Asher Hastings to Cam Constantine. So no balls, 1 strike. Shadows now covering about a third of the field here at Billwood Field, creeping up behind the first baseline as the 0-1 pitch to Constantine misses low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count will even up from Hastings to Constantine. Again, Asher Hastings taking the place of Caden Fiveash in his last start as a Plainsman. For Hastings, this is his 7th appearance out of the bullpen for the Plainsmen this season. 1 ball, 1 strike to Constantine. The pitch fouled back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes now from Asher Hastings to Cam Constantine. He's trying to get out of the inning again. Tied up at 3. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hastings comes set. 1-2 to Constantine. 1-2 misses high and away. A couple pitches to work with though here for Hastings. Count will even out 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs. Sodbusters out hitting the Plainsmen 8-5. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hastings comes set. Runners at second and third. 2-2 pitch to Constantine. 2-2 misses low and away. Count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. There is a base open with first. You don't want to load the bases up, but it doesn't necessarily hurt you, at least for now, if you do walk him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hastings to Constantine. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2. That one is going to be lined into left field. Jalen Ruffin will give it a chase. It'll land fair. 2 runs will score. And the Sodbusters take the lead here 5-3 in the top of the 7th. Getting called out is Constantine as he got a little greedy trying to take 2. But it's a 2 RBI single for Cam Constantine. And taking the lead here in the top of the 7th, they are the Hastings Sodbusters. So for the Sodbusters here in the top of the 7th, 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We to the bottom of the 7th, 2 up for the Plainsmen. It'll be Servine, Flagg, and Stark. Stretch time here from Billwood Field. Sodbusters lead at 5-3. Bottom of the 7th coming up on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Want a career that drives you? When you drive for adventure, you'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far. Choose from a variety of travel opportunities with competitive pay, and adventure to great places. Go to driveadventure.com and apply today. All drivers must be 25 years old with an active CDL.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows? It all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school
On the 7th, Plainsman now trailing in this one 5-3 after the Sodbusters score 4 in the top half of the 7th. Giancarlo Servine will lead things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 RBI single by Cam Constantine, a 2 RBI double by Brandon Larson, and that's how the Sodbusters have taken the lead here as we start out the bottom of the 7th. Matt Sagment, the right-hander, ready for his second inning of work. First pitch to Servine, misses high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Matt Sagment to Giancarlo Servine. And Sodbusters now up 5-3 as we start out this bottom half of the 7th inning. Both teams have committed 2 errors, and the Sodbusters out hitting the Plainsmen 9-5. 1-0 is in there for a strike. Count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 from Sagment to Servine. Servine, who's 1 for 3, a double and a score in the 3rd, a strikeout in the 1st, and a flyout in the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sagment comes set. He had 2 strikeouts in his first inning back in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 misses low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the count from Matt Sagment to Giancarlo Servine. Wind still blowing hard here at Billwood Field in this first of a 7-game series with the Hastings Sodbusters. 2 balls and 1 strike. Coming set is Sagment. The 2-1 pitch to Servine. 2-1, that one is grounded to short. Garcia is on it. Throw on to first will be in time. And the first batter is retired here in the bottom of the 7th. Well, now for the Plainsmen, they were able to trust their defense for the majority of this one so far. Held a 3-1 lead going into the top of the 7th. But now the Sodbusters scored 4 in the top half of the inning. Plainsmen need some offense. So this will bring up Connor Flagg, who's 1 for 1 with a single and a stolen base. He also walked in his 2 other plate appearances. Left-hander Flagg stands in with 1 away, nobody on for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 7th. Sagment comes set, first pitch to Flagg. That one is grounded hard, foul on the 3rd base line. So no balls and 1 strike. The count will start here from Matt Sagment to Connor Flagg. No balls and 1 strike. Sagment comes set, the 0-1 pitch to Flagg. Misses away. So 1 ball and 1 strike, the count will even out from Matt Sagment to Connor Flagg. For Sagment, he's now pitching an inning, a 3rd 1 run, 1 hit. He has struck out 2. No walks, but he did hit the leadoff batter back in the 6th in Jalen Ruffin. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch to Flagg. 1-1, checked up on it, but it catches the inner half of the strike zone. So 1 ball, 2 strikes from Matt Sagment to Connor Flagg. Again, Jeremy Schneider got the start for the Sodbusters. He went 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 1 hit batter. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Connor Flagg. The 1-2 pitch. That one is poked to short. Harper off the 1-hop, throws it over to first. It's in time. And the first 2 batters retired here in the bottom of the 7th. Now this will bring up Oscar Stark. Stark is 0 for 3, flew out to left field in the 1st, and then 2 straight strikeouts since then for Stark. He faces Matt Sagment for the first time here tonight. After facing Jeremy Schneider for his first 3 at-bats. Stark trying to get a 2-out rally started here for the Plainsmen as they now only have 7 offensive outs left to work with. Sagment comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Oscar Stark. Stark swings and fouls it off the catcher's mask of Scott. Catcher's mask for Scott falls off, but he is fine. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start here from Matt Sagment to Oscar Stark. Again, Sodbusters scored 4 in the top of the 7th. They lead this one 5-3 as we're here in the bottom of the 7th now. No balls and 1 strike. Coming set is Matt Sagment. The 0-1 pitch. That one is skied up on the infield. Heading into foul territory now is the first baseman, Brandon Larson. He'll make the catch out in foul territory. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the top of the 8th. It'll be Duddleston, Tamia, and Garcia due up for the Sodbusters. After 7 complete, Hastings leads this one 5-3. It is North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall, and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles, start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples.
7 complete. John Willis with you on Citrus 3, our online radio streaming service. Our mobile app available on Android as well as our YouTube channel. 5-3, Hastings leads this one as we start out the top half of the 8th inning. 3-1, the Plainsmen led it after 6 complete, but then 4 runs in the top of the 7th have changed the trajectory of this one. Sawyer Duddleston will lead things off for the Sodbusters here in the top of the 8th, facing Asher Hastings. As Hastings comes set, first pitch here to Sawyer Duddleston. Will be in there for a strike. So for Caden Fiveash, in his last start as North Platte Plainsman, he now ends up going 6 1/3 with 5 runs, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. That'll be the final stat line for Caden Fiveash in his final game here as a Plainsman, as the 0-1 catches the inner half of the plate, no balls and 2 strikes. Fiveash was the starting pitcher on opening day, getting his last start here tonight. I would like to thank him for everything he has done and just how good he has been. He will be sorely missed here with the Plainsmen. The 0-2 pitch to Duddleston, check swing. It'll just miss. That one will miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the count from Asher Hastings to Sawyer Duddleston. Duddleston flew out to right field in the first, singled in the 4th, and then walked in the 6th. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Asher Hastings to Sawyer Duddleston. Lefty to righty to lead off this top half of the 8th inning. The 1-2 pitch is going to hit Sawyer Duddleston in the side. So a leadoff hit batter here as we start out this top of the 8th. So this will bring up Tegan Tamia. Tamia is 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a flyout for Tamia so far in this one. Tamia stands in with nobody out, and now Sawyer Duddleston standing at first, with the Plainsmen trailing the Sodbusters 5-3 here in the top of the 8th. Hastings comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Tamia. Hastings kicks and deals. First pitch misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Asher Hastings to Tamia. Field is now completely covered by shadows here at Billwood Field. Sun's still plenty out. Plenty of sky still left, and we're here in the top of the 8th. First pitch was at 6:38. It's now 8:54 as the 1-0 pitch will just miss. Little low and in, I guess. 2 balls and no strikes from Asher Hastings to Tegan Tamia. So 2 balls and no strikes from Hastings to Tamia, lefty to righty, with Duddleston standing at first. As now time will be called by the home plate umpire, Eli Cox. So 2 balls, no strikes from Hastings to Tamia. Again, Duddleston led off the inning. He was hit by the pitch on a 2-2 count, and now 2 balls and no strikes from Hastings to Tamia. 2-0, and now they will try to pick off Duddleston. Duddleston is called out as Duddleston was late trying to head back to first. A fantastic pickoff move by Asher Hastings, and now 1 gone here in the top of the 8th. So now base is clear, 1 gone, 2 balls and no strikes to Tegan Tamia. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch from Hastings. That one will miss well low and inside as it skips in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes, the count from Asher Hastings to Tegan Tamia. So 3-0 the count. With 1 gone, base is empty for the Sodbusters here in the top of the 8th. Hastings leading this one 5-3. 3-0 pitch from Hastings. That one will catch the top part of the strike zone. First strike of the at-bat. It's 3 balls and 1 strike from Asher Hastings to Tegan Tamia. Danny Garcia stands on deck, who was the leadoff hitter in that 4-run top of the 7th for the Sodbusters. 3-1 the pitch. That one is swung on, fouled back to the backstop. Count now goes full. A nice job by Hastings to work it back full after getting behind 3-0. Count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes from Hastings to Tamia. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hastings comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. That one will just miss low and in. So second free base given up by Hastings here in the top of the 8th. He picked off Duddleston after hitting him on a 2-2 count. Now this will bring up Danny Garcia, who reached on the E5 back to lead off the top of the 7th. He stands in with 1 away, and Tamia now leading off from first. Hastings comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Danny Garcia. First pitch, fastball, catches the inner half of the plate, no balls and 1 strike, the count will start from Asher Hastings to Danny Garcia. No balls and 1 strike, Hastings comes set. The 0-1 pitch to Garcia. Swung on, soft grounder to second to Servine. Flips it to Wood. Throw on to first is in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play, and that will end off the inning. For the Sodbusters in the top of the 8th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We have the bottom of the 8th due up for the Plainsmen. It'll be Higgs, Ruffin, and Myers. After 7.5, the Sodbusters lead this one 5-3. This is North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the Brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Hey, this is Christina Willard, director.
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Plainsman trailing in this one 5-3. Only 6 offensive outs left to work with. As Connor Higgs will lead things off. He's 1 for 2, single to ground out. He was hit by a pitch as well back in the 3rd. Sagment comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Connor Higgs, as now Sagment gets ready for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch will miss low and away. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. The score holds and Hastings gets the win. Matt Sagment is set up for the win for the Hastings Sodbusters. 1 ball and no strikes. Sagment comes set, righty to lefty to lead off this bottom half of the 8th inning with the Plainsmen trailing by 2. 1-0, that one is lifted foul behind the plate and out of play. So count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike from Matt Sagment to Connor Higgs. Plainsmen have not scored since the 6th. They scored one run in the 6th, 2 in the 3rd. That's been it offensively. They trail this one 5-3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sagment, righty to lefty to Higgs. 1-1 misses low. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Matt Sagment to Connor Higgs. The Plainsmen need to get some offense going, trailing by 2. Only 6 offensive outs left to work with. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sagment looks on, the 2-1 pitch to Higgs. Misses low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike now the count from Matt Sagment to Connor Higgs. And Higgs trying to get something started for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 8th as they need to score 2 in one of these next 2 innings at least. 3 balls and 1 strike. Sagment comes set. The 3-1 pitch to Connor Higgs. 3-1 misses low and in. It's a leadoff walk to Connor Higgs, and now the tying run comes to the plate with Jalen Ruffin. So now this will be the second time for Sagment working through the order, as Jalen Ruffin was the first batter he faced back in the bottom of the 6th. Ruffin is 1 for 2, a single. He did reach on an error in the 3rd, and then he was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored. 3rd run of the game for the Plainsmen back in the bottom of the 6th. The right-hander stands in with Higgs leading away from first. Sagment kicks and deals, is immediately taking off as Connor Higgs. Higgs is in there for a stolen base. Plainsmen have not been caught stealing once tonight, and that's now their 4th stolen base of the night. All by different base runners. 1 ball and no strikes, the count starts to Jalen Ruffin. 1 ball, no strikes. Sagment to Ruffin. 1-0 pitch to Jalen Ruffin. That one will just miss a little out. 2 balls and no strikes. It's the 9th stolen bag for Connor Higgs in just 12 games with North Platte. He has really worked the base pass when he gets on. And he gets on a lot, batting over .560. 2 balls and no strikes from Sagment to Ruffin. As now they will try to pick off Higgs back at second, but no throw, just kind of chasing him back. Count still 2 balls and no strikes to Jalen Ruffin. Higgs has an on-base percentage of .617, batting at .564 coming into tonight's game, and he stands second. 2 balls and no strikes to Jalen Ruffin. The 2-0 pitch will catch the inner half of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count from Matt Sagment to Jalen Ruffin. Baseball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sagment to Ruffin. The 2-1 pitch shows bunt. Watches it go. It'll miss. 3 balls, 1 strike now the count from Matt Sagment to Jalen Ruffin. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Sagment looks on to Ruffin, the 7-hitter who's in left field defensively. Sagment gives a look at Higgs on second. Higgs dancing a little bit. The 3-1 pitch to Ruffin. That one will miss high and in. 2 straight walks to lead off this bottom half of the 8th inning, and now the tying run is aboard. The go-ahead now comes to the batter's box with Griffin Myers. Myers is 1 for 3, RBI single back in the 6th, the ground out in the 3rd, and then reached on a fielder's choice as out comes head coach Luke Bay to talk with Matt Sagment. We'll see if this is it. There is a pitcher warming up in the bullpen, but he hasn't been there for long. So we'll see what the Sodbusters elect to do here in the bottom of the 8th in a big spot. Sodbusters leading 5-3. Plainsmen have runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Entire infield in for Hastings as they discuss how to approach this at-bat with Griffin Myers. Myers, who had an RBI single in his last appearance back in the bottom of the 6th, which scored Jalen Ruffin. Long meeting here with head coach Luke Bay and his entire infield. Does not look like Matt Sagment's night is going to be done, but he has walked 2 straight to lead off this bottom half of the 8th inning. It's his first 2 walks of his appearance, as now out comes home plate umpire Eli Cox, as they are taking a while here to discuss what they want to do here. So now the umpire's talking with the head coach Luke Bay. Long meeting now ends. Luke Bay talking with Eli Cox, the home plate umpire. He'll head back to the dugout. As Matt Sagment will face Griffin Myers. The first time that Sagment faced Myers, it was an RBI single. So big spot here for the Plainsmen. Want to be able to take advantage, down by 2 in the bottom of the 8th. With runners at first and second and nobody out. Myers stands in. Corner infielders in for Hastings. The inside infielders still at their normal depth. Sagment comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Griffin Myers. Both runners take off immediately, and it's a double steal. Higgs has now stolen 2 bags in this chain of events. Jalen Ruffin has now stolen 2 bags here tonight. There's now 2 runners in scoring position, one of them being the tying run at second. 1 ball and no strikes, the count starts. From Matt Sagment to Griffin Myers. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch to Myers. 1-0, that one is lifted foul behind the press box, so count will even out. 1 ball and 1 strike from Matt Sagment to Griffin Myers. So runners at second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Plainsmen trailing in this one 5-3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sagment comes set. The 1-1 to Myers. 1-1 misses low and away. Now gets behind the catcher Scott, but not enough for Higgs to advance home. Again, Higgs stands at third. Jalen Ruffin at second. Higgs has stolen 2 bags on the base pass, as he has now reached double digits on the season. Again, in only 12 games after tonight, it'll be 13. 2 balls and 1 strike. From Matt Sagment to Griffin Myers, righty to lefty with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 to Myers. That one will miss low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now the count from Sagment to Myers. You got to think if Sagment walks Myers here, this will likely be it for him. Three balls, 1 strike to Griffin Myers. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Plainsman down by 2. 3-1 pitch. That one will just catch the top part of the strike zone. Count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Matt Sagment to Griffin Myers. Again, righty to lefty, still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Plainsman trying to tie this one up with 2 runners in scoring position. Sagment looks on to Myers. Payoff pitch. 3-2. That one is going to be lined into left field. It is going to be caught by Kennedy. Tagging is Higgs from 30 will score. And now it's a 1-run game. So a sacrifice fly for Griffin Myers. And the lead is cut to 1. So now coming to the plate is Nate Wendell. As now out comes head coach Luke Bay, and this will be it for Matt Sagment. We'll meet the new pitcher when we come back. This is North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Number 2 pencils. Check.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Hey, this is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's. Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your
change as Matt Sagman's day is done. 2 1/3 he goes. 2 runs for now, but the runner at second is his responsibility. 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 hit batter. Into the game comes David Rudgrow, the 6'2 right-hander out of Barstow, California, plays his college ball at Hope International. Rudgrow on the season, 10 appearances, all out of the bullpen, 16 2/3 innings. He's pitched 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 11 hits, 18 strikeouts, and 12 walks. He has a 3-1 record and a 3.24 ERA. He has pitched against the Plainsmen back on June 17th in a 4-1 loss against North Platte. Pitched 2 innings, no runs, 2 hits, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. Comes in at a big spot with the tying run standing at second. And into the game coming Nate Wendell. Wendell is 0 for 3. 2 groundouts, 1 into a double play, and then he struck out in his last appearance back in the 6th. He stands in with 1 gone and the tying run in second with Jalen Ruffin. After the sacrifice fly by Griffin Myers scored Connor Higgs. Rudgrow comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Nate Wendell. Rudgrow gives a look. First pitch to Wendell, fastball. Is going to catch Wendell looking, so count will start out no balls and 1 strike from David Rudgrow to Nate Wendell. So no balls and 1 strike. David Rudgrow to Nate Wendell, righty to righty with 1 gone, a runner at second for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 8th. No balls and 1 strike, the pitch to Wendell. Off speed, skips in the dirt low. So that one will miss. Count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike from David Rudgrow to Nate Wendell. And Wendell coming in his last game as a North Platte Plainsman, and he comes in a huge spot here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 gone. The tying run at second. 5-4, Hastings leading it. 1 ball, 1 strike. David Rudgrow comes set. The 1-1 pitch to Nate Wendell. Swung on and missed. Another fastball by David Rudgrow. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes from David Rudgrow to Nate Wendell. Wendell, the first batter that Rudgrow is facing. He's the 3rd pitcher to be used by the Sodbusters here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. David Rudgrow looks on to Nate Wendell. Rudgrow comes set. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nate Wendell. The 1-2 pitch. That one will just miss little out. Nate Wendell did a good job of holding up on that one as he started to go but held it back. So count evens out 2 balls and 2 strikes from David Rudgrow to Nate Wendell. Again, Ruffin leading away from second. Two the count. Rudgrow comes set. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Wendell. 2-2 is chased. Gets away from the catcher. Scott throwing to first will be in time. So drop 3rd strike. The throw is in time. And David Rudgrow strikes out the first batter he sees. So now it'll be up to Cade Wood with the tying run at second and 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th. Cade Wood, 3 groundouts for him tonight. He did walk and score back in the bottom of the 3rd. Cade Wood stands in a big spot, 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. Jalen Ruffin standing at second. Rudgrow comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Cade Wood. First pitch, fastball, blows it past him. Swing and a miss by Wood, no balls and 1 strike, the count of start from David Rudgrow to Cade Wood. So no balls and 1 strike. Ruffin has been at second with nobody out. He now stands at second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. No balls and 1 strike. David Rudgrow kicks and deals to Wood. That one is foul tipped into the mid of Scott. So it's now no balls and 2 strikes. David Rudgrow to Cade Wood. So no balls and 2 strikes. David Rudgrow comes set. Here is the 0-2 to Cade Wood. Swung on and missed. Another fastball. Gets it past him. 2 straight strikeouts by David Rudgrow. And the game will stay a 1-run advantage in favor of the Hastings Sodbusters. We will to the top of the 9th. Plainsmen will hope for a rally here. As the Sodbusters will have 9-1 and 2 due up with Burrows, Kennedy, and Harper. After 8 complete, Sodbusters lead this one 5-4. It's North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery, we're here to help. Some of the services available by our providers include, but aren't limited to, the care and treatment of corns, calluses, and warts, custom-made orthodontics, diabetic foot care, arthritis, reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, foot and ankle trauma, fungal nails, ingrown toenails, heel and arc pain, pediatric foot care, sports injuries, and wound care. Visit us at 815 South Maple Street in North Platte. Phone number 308-532-3600. Again, 308-532-3600.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
One thing's for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from
The top of the 9th, Plainsman trailing in this one by 1. It's our second runs of pitching change of the 9th. The day is done for Asher Hastings. He goes an inning and 2/3, no runs, 1 hit, no strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit batter. Caleb Bunch will come into the game. Bunch, coming in, the 6'6" right-hander out of Keller, Texas, plays his college ball at Ranger Junior College. Bunch, 9 appearances, 2 starts, 28 innings pitched, 13 runs, 11 of them earned, 33 hits, 17 strikeouts, 7 walks. He has a 2-1 record, 1 save, and a 3.53 ERA. Also learned today that Caleb Bunch was just named a third-team junior college All-American. So congratulations to Caleb Bunch, and he comes in a big spot here for the Plainsmen in the top of the 9th. After the Plainsmen were able to make it a 1-run game off the sacrifice fly by Griffin Myers, and they'll try to continue to rally in the bottom half of the 9th. For Bunch, his last appearance was against the Sodbusters back on Monday. Pitched 2 2/3, 1 run, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. This will be his 4th time facing the Sodbusters. First batter he faces is Blake Burrows. Burrows swings and misses at the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Caleb Bunch to Blake Burrows. Single and a run scored for him back in the 7th, and 2 flyouts in his other 2 plate appearances for Blake Burrows. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch skied up, foul out of play on the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes now from Caleb Bunch to Blake Burrows. Third pitcher used by the Plainsmen here tonight. Bunch trying to come in and keep this game right where it is and give it back to his offense. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Bunch, and now time is called by Burrows. Plainsmen will be in a favorable spot in the 9th, as they'll have Thompson, Servine, and Flagg 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order due up when we get to the bottom of the 9th. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Burrows. That one will skip in the dirt in front of the plate. First ball of the at-bat, 1 ball and 2 strikes from Caleb Bunch to Blake Burrows. Righty to lefty to lead off this top of the 9th, with the Sodbusters leading this one 5-4 over the Plainsmen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one will miss high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count from Caleb Bunch to Blake Burrows. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caleb Bunch to Blake Burrows. Bunch steps back. He now kicks and deals the 2-2. 2-2 is swung on, fouled up and out of play behind the plate. So count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes from Caleb Bunch to Blake Burrows. Beautiful sunset here in North Platte tonight. Some orange clouds above our heads. As hot but nice night for baseball here is the 2-2 off speed. Oh, just missed. So 3 straight balls by Bunch. That one was right on the border, though, on that last pitch. So now here's the payoff pitch by Caleb Bunch. That one is lined foul on the first base side, so count will stay full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Caleb Bunch to Blake Burrows. It's 9-1-2 due up for Hastings here in the top of the 9th, as they look for some insurance before heading into the bottom of the 9th. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the second straight payoff pitch by Bunch. That one is swung on and missed. Bunchy with the punchy, and one retired here in the top of the 9th. Caleb Bunch was hot in the strikeout category on Monday against Hastings and gets one here as he had 4 strikeouts and 2 2/3 against the Sodbusters back on Monday, and he starts out his appearance here in the 9th with a strikeout swinging by Blake Burrows. So bring up Garrett Kennedy, who's 2 for 4, 2 singles, a run scored. His last 2 plate appearances has been singles. First pitch, inner half of the plate, called a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Caleb Bunch to Garrett Kennedy. First right-hander that Bunch faces here in the top of the 9th after striking out Blake Burrows. The 0-1 pitch skied up in the infield. Oscar Stark calling for it. Griffin Myers now gets under it. He makes the catch a couple feet in front of home plate, and quickly 2 retired here in the top of the 9th. So now this will bring up Aaron Harper, who has reached 3 times tonight on fielder's choices. He's scored 2 runs. He singled in the first, but he's technically 1 for 4, even though he's reached base every time he's been up. Bunch faces Harper with 2 gone in the top of the 9th. Nobody on for the Sodbusters. Plainsmen down by 1. Bunch comes set. First pitch here to Aaron Harper. That one is swung on, struck into center field. Garrett Thompson getting a beat on it. He makes the catch. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Sodbusters here in the top of the 9th. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Put your rally caps on, folks. The Plainsmen are down by 1. 5-4 as we come into the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Thompson, Servine, and Flagg due up. After 8.5, Hastings leads this one 5-4. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Official photographer of your Plainsman. Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable with no session fees. And be sure to check out our $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime.
Hello, this is Gracie Winslow, the Marketing and Promotions Intern for the North Platte Plainsmen. You know us, we're Jimmy John's. Stop by your trusted sandwich shop in the North Platte area at 410 East Leota Street. We offer delivery, pickup...
The bottom of the 9th, Plainsmen trailing by 1. So they will face David Rudgrow, who came in, pitched 2/3 of the innings in the 8th, and he struck out the 2 batters he saw, both struck out swinging. Garrett Thompson will lead things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 9th, as he will face David Rudgrow. Again, this is a good spot to be at in the order. You can't ask for much better if you want to rally here. 2, 3, and 4, Thompson, Servine, and Flagg. Thompson stands in, who's 0 for 3, fly out to left, 2 strikeouts, but a walk and a stolen base for Thompson as he steps in to lead off this bottom of the 9th. Again, every game between these 2 teams has been close, and it seems like it's going to continue. So these 2 teams have had some fun battles. We like to joke after the Plainsman played Western Nebraska 7 times in the first half. They now play Hastings 11 times in the second half, so Hastings is basically the new Western Nebraska for North Platte. David Rudgrow stands in to face Garrett Thompson. Righty to lefty to lead off this bottom half of the ninth. First pitch swung on and missed. Another fastball by David Rudgrow. His fastball really seems to be working so far for him. No balls and 1 strike after the swing and miss by Thompson. David Rudgrow looks on at Thompson to lead off this bottom half of the ninth with the Plainsmen trailing by 1, 5-4. 0-1 swung on, popped up foul out of play on the into the grandstand, so no balls and 2 strikes now from David Rudgrow to Garrett Thompson. Thompson, the left-hander, leading things off here in the bottom of the ninth for the Plainsmen. Plainsmen trailing by 1. No balls and 2 strikes. David Rudgrow comes set. 0-2 to Thompson. Misses low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Hastings does have a right-hander warming up in the bullpen in case the Plainsmen get some base runners here in the bottom of the ninth. 1 pitcher warming up right now for the Sodbusters. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rudgrow comes set, looks on to Thompson. The 1-2 pitch will miss high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count from David Rudgrow to Garrett Thompson. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was an 0-2 count to start it. Thompson has been able to work the count back even. 2 balls and 2 strikes from David Rudgrow to Garrett Thompson. 2-2 the count. Rudgrow comes set. 2-2 pitch to Thompson. Swung on and missed. High fastball gets him. 3 straight strikeouts for David Rudgrow in his appearance. And now 1 retired here in the bottom of the ninth. So now this will bring up Giancarlo Servine. Servine is 1 for 4. He doubled and scored in his appearance back in the third. His last appearance back in the bottom of the 7th, he grounded out to the shortstop. The right-hander stands in with 1 gone, nobody on for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the ninth. Plainsmen trailing 5-4. David Rudgrow comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Giancarlo Servine. That one misses well in. Servine had to duck out of the way of that one. So 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start from David Rudgrow to Giancarlo Servine. Again, 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth with the Plainsmen trailing by 1. Trying to get some offense going and keep this game going between the Sodbusters. 1 ball and no strikes. David Rudgrow comes set. He kicks and deals to Servine. 1-0 misses away. It gets behind the catcher Scott, but no runners on the base pass to take advantage. So it's just 2 balls and no strikes from David Rudgrow to Giancarlo Servine. 2-0 with 1 gone, nobody on. 5-4. Plainsmen trailing. They are being out-hit by the Sodbusters 9-5. 2 balls and no strikes. David Rudgrow comes set. The 2-0 pitch to Giancarlo Servine. Swung on and missed. Another fastball by David Rudgrow. 2 balls and 1 strike. David Rudgrow to Servine. I'd be interested to see where Rudgrow is topping out at, as he is really throwing some heat right now for the Sodbusters. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rudgrow comes set. The 2-1 pitch to Servine. Misses high. 3 balls and 1 strike now the count from David Rudgrow to Servine. So Servine trying to get on base, do something here to get some offense started in the bottom of the ninth. They scored 1 in the bottom of the 8th off the sacrifice fly by Griffin Myers. 3 balls and 1 strike the pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike. Count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. You felt like in the 8th, though, the Plainsmen could have had a lot more, as they had runners at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. The sacrifice fly ended up being it offensively, as David Rudgrow came in and struck out 2 straight. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rudgrow to Servine. Rudgrow comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Another fastball. 4 straight strikeouts now for David Rudgrow. And now the Plainsmen are down to their last out here in the bottom of the ninth. So last chances with Flagg. Flagg is 1 for 2. Single and a stolen base in the 5th. He grounded out to 3rd and the 7th. He walked twice in the 1st and the 3rd as well. Left-hander from Central Arkansas, the last hope for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the ninth. with 2 outs, nobody on. Plainsman down by 1, 5-4. Righty to lefty with 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th. David Rudgrow comes set, ready for the first pitch here to counter Flag. Rudgrow kicks and deals. First pitch swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from David Rudgrow to Connor Flag. No balls, 1 strike. Rudgrow to Flag. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes. From Rudgrow to Flag, and now the Plainsmen down to their final strike. Plainsmen trying to find a way to get a base runner, to get a run, to get something here in the bottom of the 9th to keep this game going. No balls and 2 strikes. David Rudgrow looks on to counter Flag. Rudgrow gets his sign. He now comes set. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 misses high. Couple pitches to work with here for David Rudgrow, so count is just now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. David Rudgrow comes set. The 1-2 to counter Flag. That one misses high. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Every strikeout, all 4 strikeouts for David Rudgrow have been on fastballs getting Plainsman hitters to swing and miss. He's faced 4 batters, retired all 4 on strikeouts. 2 balls, 2 strikes from David Rudgrow to counter Flag. Flag has worked the count back even after the count started at 0-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rudgrow comes set. 2-2 pitch to Flag. Swung on and fouled back into the catcher's mitt as Scotty almost held on to it. That would have ended the game, but he just couldn't grasp it. Falls out of the mitt, so it's just a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count from David Rudgrow to counter Flag. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th. Plainsman down by 1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. 2-2 will miss low. So Flag has worked the count full. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes from David Rudgrow to Connor Flag. Oscar Stark stands on deck if they get to him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. David Rudgrow comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is swung on, line into left field. It's down for a base hit. Plainsmen have some life here in the 9th as it's a 2-out single by Connor Flag. So Flag sends one opposite field into left. So now it'll be up to Oscar Stark to keep things going here in the bottom of the 9th. Stark is 0 for 4, 2 flyouts and 2 strikeouts for Stark so far in this one. He stands in with 2 gone, and the tying run now standing at first. Flag has stolen a base in this one, but I don't know if you risk it in a spot like this. Stark ready for his 5th at bat of this one, trying to keep the line moving here in the bottom of the 9th. With the Plainsmen down by 1. First pitch by David Rudgrow, swung on and missed on the fastball. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from David Rudgrow to Oscar Stark. No balls, 1 strike. David Rudgrow comes set. The 0-1 to Stark misses high. So count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike from David Rudgrow to Oscar Stark. One ball, 1 strike. David Rudgrow comes set. The 1-1 to Oscar Stark. Swung on, popped up on the infield. First baseman Brandon Larson is calling for it. He grasps it, and that'll be it. Plainsmen fall in a tough one, a tough, close game between these two teams. They fall by a final score of 5-4, and they are now 20-12 on the season. So tough loss for the Plainsmen here tonight. Tough fight. They try to come back in this one, but this will be it. Our Nebraska Land Bank post-game show is coming up next. It's North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happen many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant, Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Hey, this is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's? Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte, order online at Domino's.com, or call us at 308-534-0400. That's 308-534-0400. Domino's? Oh, yes, we did.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something...
Plainsmen fall in this one 5-4, a tough, close loss for the Plainsmen here tonight as they lose this one by a final score of 5-4. John Willis with you on our Nebraska Land Bank postgame show. Let's go over the final numbers in this one. Hastings, 5 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. They leave 6 on base. For North Platte, 4 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors, and 10 left on base. Matt Sagman, he gets the win for the Sodbusters, second win of the season. Caden Fiveash, in his final start as a Plainsman, he will take the loss as he will finish out with a 2-2 record, and then David Rudgrove gets the save. Game started at 6:38, finished up at 9:34, so final game time of 2 hours and 56 minutes between these two teams. Let's look at the pitchers. First for the Hastings Sodbusters, Jeremy Schneider got the start, went 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 1 hit batter. Matt Sagman went 2 1/3, 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit batter, and then David Rudgrove was magnificent in the 8th and the 9th, 1 2/3, no runs, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Caden Fiveash in his last game as a North Platte Plainsman, he went 6 1/3, 5 runs, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. He took the loss here tonight. Asher Hastings, he pitched an inning and 2/3, no runs, 1 hit, no strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit batter. And then Caleb Bunch, he pitched an inning, no runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, and no walks. Hitting-wise for Hastings, Brandon Larson was really good tonight. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 1 single. He's definitely the offensive powerhouse for the Sodbusters here tonight. Cam Constantine in his first game as a Hastings Sodbuster, he went 1 for 3, but he had the big 2 RBI single to give the Sodbusters the lead in the top of the 7th. It was a struggle offensively for the Plainsmen here tonight. They really capitalized on a good amount of walks and a couple errors by the Sodbusters as well. But sacrifice fly by Griffin Myers, he ended up going 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, 1 on a single and the other on a sacrifice fly. So the Plainsmen fall in this one 5-4. That'll just about wrap up our coverage here from Billwood Field. Plainsmen will take on the Hastings Sodbusters in a doubleheader tomorrow. 2 7-inning games between the Plainsmen and the Sodbusters. Pregame coverage will kick off at 2:53 between North Platte and Hastings. Well, that'll wrap up our coverage from Billwood Field. Plainsmen fall to the Hastings Sodbusters by a final score of 5-4. The record is now 20-12. I've been John Willis, and you've been listening to and watching North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
You've been listening to North Platte Plainsman Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network. Visit northplatteplainsman.com for information regarding tickets, promotions, merchandise, and much more.